Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
I've never heard of that one. Melancholy.
Infinite. You never ever leave. That piece of it.
Not yet. I see exactly
That was
what
Melancholy
you mean.
and the Infinite Sadness.
It was.
I sure hope so.
It was. It was a song of.
If it was just Jordan having a stroke, then like I
was that
wouldn't.
Tom Petty?
It was Tom Petty. It was Tom Petty doing a bad Billy Corgan impression.
I was going to say that's Nirvana's new album.
I'm not saying if one of you. I'm not saying if one of you has a stroke on the yearlies, we'll cancel. But like,
the show must go on, as they say.
If I had a stroke, you could still make it work.
I've stroked during a year.
Oh God,
man.
No.
that is a.
Unfortunately, and Jordan, you did actually manage to get under par that time.
It's like, guys, did you watch the newest yearlies? Some guy had a stroke on live on recording.
What's the yearlies?
Get slimed.
Hey, Ma! They're having a stroke on the yearly!
What the hell is a yearly?
Like,
Hey, Ma.
Should I do the thing that we all do to start off this thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's do it.
I swear to God, every time he hosts, it's like, all right, guys, are you ready?
I swear to God, every time someone tries to start the show, Taylor talks over them.
You interrupted me as I was.
Because he can't do it. He just filibusters.
Maybe if you didn't.
Taylor, why don't you do it? Why don't you introduce the Showlies today?
Showlies.
And then draw the fucking Mickey Mouse symbol with your fucking hand.
All right, we did it. So we're good. All right, I'm going to just take over host job. Hi, Christian's here just because we wanted him here.
It's going to be an easy night tonight, baby.
My name is Oscar Yang, and I am from Gutenberg.
Hi, Oscar Yang from Gutenberg.
All right, so thanks for watching.
And as always, thanks for watching.
If you leave now, you'll be just as informed as if you watch the whole video.
Usually the host does not end the show in the first 15 seconds it starts.
Well, you know what?
Graham,
that has to be a record, though.
Oscar Yang is a pretty out there host.
Graham, that's not necessarily true. So everyone listening at home, if you are our one viewer, I would like to give some context to something. If you're listening to this right now, it means that I did not ask Jordan to edit out my embarrassing secret that I will admit at some point this year, Lise.
Oh yeah.
He's built this up for like a week, so.
Well, Mick, when you say that you have a dastardly secret to share, we can't help but pick on you a little bit.
Yeah, no, don't worry. There'll be plenty of time for picking on me later when I admit it.
I will try not to. Let's the record show right now. I will try not to pick on you for this.
All right.
What I want to know is what's going to set it off. Like, wait.
It's related to one of these entries. And
I know.
In the voting round, I will announce it.
And that's like...
Kick Buttowski.
Gee, I wonder which one of your entries it'll be about.
I thought Oscar was hosting.
No,
what are you talking about? Who's Oscar?
And the gaslighting has begun.
I'm sorry, Jordan. Do you know an Oscar Yang? I'm sorry, just Oscar. He didn't say Yang.
I don't know. This Oscar sounds pretty grouchy to me.
So
the yearlies.
Disney shows. Who wants to read off their honorable mentions first?
I could go.
All right, take it away.
All right. So, first up, The Little Mermaid, the TV show. I used to watch this a bunch when I was a kid, but I have no memories of it.
There's a Little Mermaid TV show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of the Disney Renaissance shows got like TV show adaptations.
Yeah.
Remember that statement. I'm going to ask that about most of everybody's honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rebels. I've never seen the actual show, but every scene I've seen it has been amazing.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
The Star Wars rebelled?
Yeah.
So unlike them.
Yin Yang Yo. I used to watch this show a bunch. It's not very good. But
You're doing great.
Yin Yang?
It's the Yin Yang twins.
Yo. Saw, dude.
And then finally, I've got Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go,
I remember
which
this
I'm
one.
almost disappointed that I'm not going to be able to talk about just because I would insist on using its full name every single time.
Yeah, it's a great name for a cartoon show.
Super Robot
Monkey
Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
Yeah, it's just almost as good as Bobo 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 Bo.
Yeah,
That takes me back.
yeah.
So many tries to get that right.
Tell me one factoid about it. Give me something.
What about Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go?
Yes, Mick.
It's got an amazing voice cast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
would hope so.
Yeah, including Clancy Brown.
You fucking cocksucker.
Clancy Brown's in a
Yeah.
couple of ones that made the bracket, I think.
From the Shawshank
Yes, he
Redemption.
is. Yes, he is.
I mean, he does do lots of things.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
just put it
Clancy
on.
Brown.
Who will you throw in the microwave, Mick?
Oh
Try that again.
no, he got it right the first time. Graham, I want to hear yours.
Oh yeah.
King Buttowski is on the bracket. And then I put on these two entries because there's a kind of funny connection about them. So Pair of Kings, one of the stars initially was Mitchell Musso, who they had to write out the show after he got in some legal trouble for like driving DUI and stuff. So they replaced him with the same actor, I think like his name's Adam Hicks, who played Luther on Zeke and Luther. And then after Pair of Kings came out, like Adam Hicks and his girlfriend like did armed robbery.
Oh.
my.
Oh,
So it's just like, they wrote out this guy because, crime, and then later this other guy also does crime that they brought on.
Jordan, can you put in Partners in Crime, the song?
Yes.
But the Jimmy Two Shoes, I don't know what the fuck it was about, but I watched it a lot, and he was like, all right, yeah, that's Jimmy Two Shoes.
You're in the era of Disney Channel where you could just make up a name of a show and I wouldn't know if it was or wasn't it.
Yeah.
I think it's like the idea of Jimmy Two Shoes is like, it's like, oh, just like a good-natured boy in like a town where everyone's evil.
Isn't that the kid from the Loud House?
I don't know.
I don't think it's so.
The art style is very similar.
Okay.
I'm not pulling back on this.
But yeah.
By the way, Graham, I need to stress something.
Yeah.
When I read the name Pair of Kings in your entries, I had like a mental breakdown when I'm like, holy shit, that wasn't a fever dream.
Yeah.
No.
Even I remember watching one or two of those.
Yeah, it was just like these two kids who
Not by
like
choice.
find out, oh, we're kings of like an island. Oh, and
In that exact voice.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
Oh
they're going for
boy.
Jeopardy.
Let's rob
Holy
a bank.
crap, Wallace. Okay, I don't know what.
Kings. I'm gonna popcorn Vinny.
all right. What was it? So one of my honorable mentions already made it to the bracket, Kick Buttowski. A large majority of these, though, are mainly like of the sitcom variety because I wasn't very much a Disney kid growing up. I was more of a Cartoon Network kid. And
Right on.
True
less
that.
so Disney. So anytime I did switch to Disney, it just so happened that a sitcom would be playing, and that would be mainly that I watched, which I kind of regret because I wish I watched more animated shows on Disney. That being said, I did watch a few of them, though some were hits, some were misses for me. Didn't really care for fish hooks all that much. I did like Star Wars Rebels for what it was. I still think Clone Wars is better, but that's just me.
It is.
It is.
I've seen a couple episodes of Kim Possible to get the gist of what the show was about.
Possible's pretty decent.
Yeah, and
Possible.
Phineas and Phineas and Ferb. I feel like everybody's watched
on the
that show. Yeah, exactly. That's on the bracket. So, but yeah, mainly just sitcom stuff. As boring as that may sound.
Well, Vinny, good news. Save some of this for later because
Yes, exactly.
there's a certain bracket I'd like to do in the Showlies next. That
Ooh, yes. I would actually be looking very much forward to that, but that's getting ahead of it.
You didn't mention the best anime of all times.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Cory in the house. I forgot
Boku no
about
Cory.
that.
To dig up an old 2010s anime community meme.
fact-
What do you mean it was a 2010? Mick, we both went to the same college.
That's why I
I would
said
like
it
to-
was a meme from the 2010s.
Wait, you forget, Mick
Oh.
was at that college for like 4,000 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said
It's still
in
going.
20 I thought you said in 2010.
No. I meant like this is just like an old, like this is a 15-year, like a 10-year-old meme that I'm digging out of its grave.
The fact that Cory in the house is not on this bracket means that it is not legit at all. These people do not speak for me. Showlies canceled. Going home.
Why didn't
What
you
I
put
would-
it up? You had 3 entries.
Why didn't any of you put it up? Don't pin this on me. Y'all had
Ask not what your yearlies can do for you.
exactly. Ask what you could do for the yearlies.
Mr.
Emma,
Kennedy,
I
watch
watched
the
Cory in the house.
It was my favorite show.
I don't exactly know what we're doing.
We're doing our John F. Kennedy
JFK.
impressions.
I kind of thought so, but I wasn't exactly sure.
You can do
I
its
like your
awful
buddy
nephew,
word,
but that would just
Batman.
do it on a whole tangent.
Nothing bad ever happened to the Kennedys.
So back at college, I ran this silly little thing where we did Saturday morning cartoons on some weekends.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And on one of those events, I was like, yeah, let's watch some sitcoms. We often do cartoons, so let's watch some regular old sitcoms. And I'm like, I gotta find a way to make this poster marketable to the purchase crowd. And I slapped Cory in the house on the front of the poster with him holding the logo. Nobody showed up. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna fucking do this again. And then I used the same poster and made Cory bigger. So we took up the entire thing and had fucking red lens flares on the eyes.
Do you remember, Christian? Do you remember the other Cory in the house thing that happened?
There was oh god, something. Yeah, I do remember something else related. Like one of you made a custom.
I believe the anime dub night we did Cory in the house once. Or
No,
something.
I
think he was up for
well, if it happened, I wasn't there. But
Yeah.
we had a club meeting on April 1st, so I
Oh yeah,
spent,
that's
like,
right. That's what it was.
I spent like 2 weeks advertising that we were going to do Space Dandy, but like I made it very clear that there was something up because I was being way too serious about us watching Space Dandy. Like, we're just going to watch Space Dandy. I promise. That's all we're going to do is watch Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space, and Space Dandy is really cool. And then I had my PR guy make Boku no Cory.
Anyway, I believe it's microwavable popcorn time.
Yes, it is. I
Choose
will
wisely.
I will popcorn over to eeny meeny miny you, Taylor.
You know, for a second, I forgot that Jordan hadn't gone, and I'm like, he only has one choice. And then I always forget that because Jordan's always hosting, so I always forget that
Yeah.
he always has honorable mentions. So I saw a bunch of really good Disney shows last year, and I wanted to talk about them. And then as soon as I said let's do a Disney bracket, I forgot that it means that I have to watch 13 other Disney shows that I don't care about.
Oof.
But no, I liked more stuff on this bracket than I gave it credit for. I watched a lot of different stuff, but it's just I did not grow up with Disney, and I kind of learned to care about every Disney show in the last like 8 years. And I'm only saying 8 years because I watched Gravity Falls in 2016. If we don't count that, every Disney show I've ever learned to care about happened in the last 2 years.
All right.
And that's why I have like no honorable mentions. Because Schoolhouse Rock isn't really a Disney show; it's just on Disney Plus. So I kind of
Yeah.
considered it, but it's not really
It
Disney.
is a classic.
It is wonderful, and I don't know when else we're going to get a chance to just mention Schoolhouse Rock. Same with Boy Meets World, which is also on Disney Plus, but I don't think is really a Disney show. Which
It was
is pretty
ABC
fun.
proper, I think.
Fair enough. But Amphibia is a Disney show.
Oh, absolutely.
And Amphibia was in one of those eras of Gravity Falls happened. How can we capitalize on the success of Gravity Falls? How can we do the same continuity-based show? And they made one where, girl is isekai'd to a world of amphibians, and it's fun.
So, you make it sound somewhat cynical, but Amphibia was created by Matt Browley, who was a storyboard artist.
He
and then
directed a
director.
bunch of Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I should say, and it makes sense because there's an amazing Gravity Falls crossover episode. No, I liked Amphibia a lot. I just it didn't make it into the entries because I think that there are a lot of better examples. I actually think Amphibia was quite good. I think it had a lot of good episodes. It had good story structure. It wasn't a big fan of the protagonist. No disrespect to Brenda Song, but
I mean, you know it was good because Disney kind of screwed with the airing schedule.
I think they made the tadpoles look like grapes. I just caught up to what you said, Jordan.
People like grapes.
I
People
like
like
that
grapes.
show.
They do.
People like grapes.
Pretty good, Graham. Agree on something here.
The only thing I know about Amphibia is that it made Kermit the Frog a guest star.
No way.
Yeah, no, so they had a big deal out of it. It's like, guys, we got Kermit the Frog. You voice a different frog. And that's some, like, weird Matrix shit. It's like, okay, so did Kermit himself go into the recording booth? Did Matt Vogel go into the recording booth? Like, how does that work?
He went into the recording booth with Kermit.
Right, yeah.
Kermit the Frog isn't real. Anyways.
Yes, he guest stars in season 2 as Crumpet the Frog.
In any case, fun show. Didn't quite make it. If I had control over the whole bracket, it absolutely would have. But I don't.
I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm laughing because there is a fake behind-the-scenes video for Amphibia where they credit Kermit the Frog as being a cultural consultant.
Yeah, these are what frogs do.
Yep.
And there's also a grandpa frog named Hop Pop, and he's the best one.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay. Jordan, do your thing.
All right, I'm going to be showing my age with a lot of these. As I'm going to go into with some of my entries, I have a much older reference for a lot of this Disney Channel and / Disney programming than a lot of other people. So real quick, some Disney Junior honorable mentions because I didn't think they'd really fit with the rest of the list. Bear in the Big Blue House, immaculate kids television.
Agreed.
Contemporarily, the people who have both watched it and worked on it have basically said that it's one of the most respectful and accurate kid shows, especially when it comes to getting through to autistic kids. And Noel McNeil, who worked on the show and was Bear, has referenced this and has taken this as a badge of honor with everything else he's worked on.
That's why I liked
also
it so much. Oh my god, it all makes sense.
Yeah. No.
Holy
because it was a
fuck.
kind character rather than just a frenetic force of kids show energy. So, just the warmth. So yeah, I love that show. And when I went to the first time I ever went to Disney World, I got to see the Bear live show that they did. So when I was like 5, so that was really cool. All right, I put Even Stevens on here because it is the quintessential Disney sitcom.
I like Odd Todd.
There were some good comedy writing moments here. I didn't watch that much of it, but I respected it just because, this was the main event for a while, and it got Shia LaBeouf a career. Depending on how you think of him, that may be either a good thing or a bad thing.
And the movie had Spider-Man in it.
Yeah. Dave the Barbarian is underrated. It is a goofy, kooky little kid show, animated show from the early 2000s about a aloof, silly barbarian and his best friend, the Sword, and his family, who are also barbarians. And it's a lot of fun. And they had some real goofy and fun ideas for episodes. And
I just know that one bit of like, they need a loudspeaker. So he used a frog, a duct tape, and a loudspeaker.
It's the only thing I know about the show, too.
There was some really good writing mentality on that. Teacher's Pet. What if Nathan Lane was dog trying to be human? A lot of it was more cute than fully good, but there were I watched this a lot when I was a kid, and there were a lot of really fun. And again, you have people like Deborah Jo Rupp and Jerry Stiller in support, and that's always going to work. No, it's underrated.
Oh,
show.
I have a silver dollar collection.
He's actually
Serenity
fantastic.
Serenity now.
He's fantastic in it. Timo Supremo, 3 kids as superheroes. I caught this a lot, and I think I mostly just enjoyed it because it was on a lot rather than whether or not it was good. There were some really cool ideas in this, and there were some funny little rogues gallery villains in this. Aladdin, the animated series, as Mick was saying, yes, there were a lot of shows based off of the Disney Renaissance films. Aladdin had a pretty damn good one, recurring adventures in Agrabah with, Aladdin and the genie and all the friends, and
Who
there
plays
was
the genie?
a big role. What was that?
Who plays the genie?
Dan Castellaneta.
Okay.
A bigger role for Gilbert Gottfried as Iago, and one of the main villains is one of the guards, I believe, or one of the other sultans named Abismal, played by Jason Alexander. Serenity Now.
Real?
There was a lot this show did that I did. The pilot for this was Return of Jafar, Christian. So
he returns.
Yeah,
I had that movie on VHS at one point.
Recess is a good show. It's a really good show.
I watched the movie as a kid and I enjoyed
Movie's
it.
great.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, same.
For a while, this was Disney Channel's or Disney Animation's flagship program, or at least when I was a kid, it was. I really liked it. The original Ducktales. I know the reboots is on the bracket, but the original, I like this. It was one of the first real steps of taking the flagship original sort of characters of Donald's nephews and Scrooge McDuck, and doing all this fun stuff with them and all these great adventures. And I don't know, maybe it's because I don't have a lot of experience with the reboot, but it's because I watched this a lot on Toon Disney, and I like the spirit of adventure that was in this show. And it was also just a lot of fun. And Lilo and Stitch series is on the bracket.
You know what I find really funny though? We have DuckTales on here. Like, is 2017 a reboot, or is it?
Yeah,
just
that's the reboot.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot. Okay, we have the reboot of DuckTales, but not only do we not have the original DuckTales, but we also don't have Darkwing Duck on here.
No, we don't. I should have put that on my honorable mentions. Darkwing Duck is also awesome.
I mean,
Yeah, I just
Darkwing
had that-
Duck is represented through DuckTales 2017, but
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, that's
You know,
right.
it was-
He is.
that's also just a great use of Jim Cummings. Like Jim Cummings is Darkwing
Yeah.
Duck. Friggin' awesome.
Jim Cummings. Good for him, I guess. Then let's just go right into it.
Oh, starting with
can
a
I ask a
bang.
question? Do we want to skip the first round for the first time in this show's history and come back to
Why?
it later?
Why?
Why?
That's why I start with the best.
This is how the bracket was
Fair.
made, Taylor.
Okay. Sorry. Just
Hey,
trying
we
to-
didn't wait on the Nick one. When SpongeBob came up, we sure as shit talked about it.
That is very true.
But it is time for round one. In the first round is Gravity Falls, which is perhaps the least wild card pick anyone could have ever had. I like to call this the lukewarm pick.
Yes.
But it's my lukewarm pick, damn it. Going up against I'm in the Band. Yes, me, Christian, is in the band. Put
Oh,
up
dear.
by Vinny.
plays a mean theremin.
Vinny, is it okay if I start?
Yeah.
No,
go
I-
ahead.
Okay.
So I'm not really going to go on a massive tangent about Gravity Falls because we all have a lot to say about it.
Yes.
I think everyone here might have at least one thing to say about Gravity Falls, but I'll give
At
my
least one.
perspective.
I'm gonna save all my thoughts for the vote.
Okay.
And yeah, like I'll give my perspectives. This is the only time I'll get to chime in about a show on here. Gravity Falls is one of my favorite shows of all time, and it is sort of the culmination of every single facet of American animation or Western animation that I really enjoy. Where at the time that I started watching this, I was getting really into shows like Avatar. I started watching anime, watching Steven Universe, and at that point I was itching for some great American cartoon, serialized media that I guess fills the kind of what is it? Teenage young adult niche that something like Gravity Falls ends up doing perfectly, considering that this is basically Twin Peaks for children.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it feels that sense of like mystery and adventure.
100%.
I'll have you know that Gravity Falls has a strong mystery element and a lot of jokes that go over children's heads.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
When Bill Cipher says a head that's always screaming, not everyone's going to be able to understand that.
I think I know a guy.
It takes a high IQ to understand the head that's always screaming.
Gold.
Before I start going into more lines on that, I'll bring up the thing about Gravity Falls that I like the most about it.
Bitch.
Because this show, one of the things that makes the show so great is its amazing cast of characters.
Absolutely.
Obviously, incredible protagonists. Fucking Grunkle Stan is such an icon, but the one that I want to focus on, I think it's good that I mentioned Twin Peaks earlier and the comparison between those two, because Twin Peaks has one of my favorite protagonists ever, and this show has one of my favorite antagonists ever. Bill Cipher is the main antagonist of the show and is probably my favorite villain of all time, considering that this villain follows the key role that I think a lot of villains need to follow, where it's like, you are always excited to see them on screen. There really is never a single point in time where it's like, oh, this is a Bill Cipher scene. I'm like only mildly excited. No, it is usually the best scene in the episode is the one where Bill Cipher shows up, and it's that perfect mix.
Meet again.
Exactly.
Don't know when. I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
It's that perfect mix of entertaining and threatening while also having immense cosmic power. Truly one of my favorite characters ever.
He is one of the coolest villains in recent history.
I will defer the rest because that's what I wanted to mention.
The amount of good ideas, characters, jokes, stellar animation, and music that goes into every episode of this show is so extensive that it's really tough to talk about just individualistically what makes this show so great, because this is probably the greatest children's cartoon ever made. And I'm gonna be real, if this show wasn't on the bracket, I don't know why I'd want to do it.
Yeah. I'm glad I kind of landed on there anyway.
It's every one of the 5 main characters are so great. It's impossible to ever admit that one of them would have to be the weakest of the 5, because you rank them in your head, and it's impossible to want to put one at the bottom. Dipper is.
There is
like
no bottom. They're all very even.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. But like Dipper's earnest mystery solving spirit, he's like so easy to root for. And then you have Maple's hyperactivity and desire to help everyone around her, and also she gets high on powdered sugar. Stan has like I sometimes I give Stan a bad rap, but like he is the most
so
quotable part of this show. That llama had it coming.
Just and that voice as well. Just the fact that he's just doing that funny gravelly voice, and it's just
Yeah. So fun fact. Do you know who's almost cast in the role?
No.
So the actual voice of
McLaughlin.
Grunkle Stan is done by Alex Hirsch, the creator of the show. Bob Odenkirk was considered for the role.
Oh wow, that would have been
Yeah,
great.
Did you know you have rights?
that tracks, because
One does not simply teach
This
children
was-
swears.
what year was Gravity Falls? Because this was like right.
2012.
Okay, so kind of like right around Breaking Bad.
It's Wally's doing Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, listen, we could give you your own spin-off to Breaking Bad, or you could play Grunkle Stan in this unheard of cartoon by this nobody, Alex Hirsch."
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Do this
No,
show
he's
by the guy
clearly
who's
he's
friends
not.
with Strong Bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. He has
But-
all these weird friends that just like help out the show, like the creator of Flapjack, like the Strong Bad, obviously, the guy from Welcome to Night Vale, like all these
Justin Roiland before anyone knew who he
Justin
was.
Roiland, yes.
God, the stammering was just as bad
and-
here as it is in Rick and
And
Morty.
before we knew too much about Justin Roiland.
I still think that the Blendon episodes are fantastic. Time Traveling Pig and Blendon's Game are such good episodes. That's the thing. Even when this you could either have a story-based episode or an individualistic idea episode, and you will win no matter what. Fight
Absolutely, I
Fighters,
love
the
them both.
mini golf episode, the mansion episode, Blendon's game, Time Traveling Pig. And then when you actually want to do a main story episode, they're just as good. They pace themselves out so well.
They're still
with
funny.
big reveals and yeah. I mean, Jordan and I were talking all about the episode where you learn Stan's backstory, and like it gave you rashes.
One of the most impressive things I think about this show is their ability to take incredibly talented people and then have them do almost nothing.
Yeah, Stephen
Um,
Root.
Okay, we got Alfred Molina. What are we going to have
Alfred
him
Molina,
play?
yeah.
Oh, a bear made out of other bears that listens to ABBA.
Multi-bear, Mick.
Wait,
We have
we have
Linda-
John Oliver.
Linda-
Let's have him play a wax sculpture of
uh,
somebody.
We have
One of the
Will
main-
Forte on the show. Let's have him play a character that only says, "Get him!"
Get him.
Oh yeah.
one of the main cast members is just Linda Cardellini.
Oh yeah, Wendy is great, and
Absolutely.
Linda Cardellini will say yes to every animated
Hey
role,
guys,
to be fair.
Neil deGrasse Tyson wants to be on the show. Have him voice our pig.
And on top of all that, all the side characters really flesh out the world. Like, you genuinely learn to care about all the citizens of this town. So obviously, Old Man McGucket is
Oh my god.
the greatest, and
He is
Mick,
chaos and
Mick based every improv character off of this character.
How about a game of Boggle? Boom.
But I think
I
my
live in the junkyard with my raccoon wife.
I think my favorite side character has to be Toby Determined.
Voiced by Greg Turkington. Yes, that Greg Turkington.
Once again, hey, we got this super talented guy. What are we gonna have him do? Oh, let's make him do a stupid character.
Yeah.
But he's the best stupid Razzle Dazzle friend.
No, that's the thing I love about the show is that they get people like Alfred Molina and fucking what's his name to play what's his name to play Gideon's dad.
Stephen Root.
Yeah, Steven. It's like he was in Coen Brothers movies.
They
Coen
got
Brothers.
Nathan Fillion to play
Preston
Mr.
Northwest.
Northwest.
Yeah. It's there's too many good things to say about this show. I haven't even covered like half of what I want to say.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the 8 actually, so we probably
fuck
want to
me.
go
I
to
know.
I'm in the band.
I didn't see I'm in the band, and I don't care about I'm in the band.
Yeah,
because
I'm in the Band
Gravity
is another
Falls
one of
is
those
good.
shows that like you could have made up the title and I would have been sure, fine. I guess
Let's
that's a
let
Disney
Vinny
Channel
talk
show.
about I Am the Band. This is the
Yeah.
one. This is
Yeah, sure,
The
fuck my
band's,
drink.
is this Iron Weasel? Is this where Iron Weasel is from?
Yes, this
Okay.
is where the name Iron Weasel is from. Honestly, I think it has a bit of a kick-ass opening. What was it? So, if you don't know, I'm in the Band is basically a live-action sitcom about a high schooler named Trip Campbell who wants to be a lead guitarist in his favorite 80s metal band, and he has to convince them, and he hijacks his school assembly to convince them that, you know, he is talented enough to hang with the best of them and whatnot. And he convinces them, but the only problem is that the band is no longer as popular as they once were. So he allows them to crash over at his place as long as he can be their lead guitarist. And from there, many wacky hijinks ensue. If I had to sum up this show, it is very much Looney Tunes and just like how wacky it gets and how insane it gets. I know one episode from the show actually vividly sticks in my mind. It's when they're trying to convince somebody to like have fun and not be like such a stick in the mud all the time. They basically turn Trip's couch into like a pseudo airplane / boat, and they travel around the world with it. And, yeah, I know. It's so. This is again. It's an example of just how wacky this show gets. And I think as they're traveling like through the ocean, I think the lead drummer Ash, he falls, and they're like, "Should we go back for him?" And they're just like, "Nah, he can swim. We'll be fine. Just keep going." That's just, like I said, one example of just like how like wacky the show gets. And I genuinely think a lot of the jokes land just because of how insane it gets. It's just, like I said, it's just a real entertaining show. It may not be like as deep or as complex as like, you know, some of the shows on the bracket, or have like meaning behind it or whatever. But what I think it lacks in that, I think it's just it makes up for an entertainment and fun. And to me, at least for me, like that's all you need. And yeah, I think it's just a really entertaining show.
Well,
We could talk about Gravity Falls some more if you want.
I just know.
Absolutely.
I watched a little bit of Ivan the Band. It was like one of those something's on kind of shows. I never saw anything wrong with it. And then I think my most notable thing to me is the lead singer of the band, Steve, who played by Steve Valentine. He also played Alistair in Dragon Age Origins and Flynn in Uncharted 2.
So I know Steve Valentine from his role. He actually, funnily enough, the thing I know him from is he's in an episode of Psych where he also plays a aging, washed-up musician.
So he had a type.
That's in the episode where they parody Clue.
Oh, amazing!
One of these days I need to make a Yearly's bingo card and put Mick says that this character does an episode of Psych.
They have a lot of guest stars in Psych.
Yeah,
okay?
no, it doesn't happen every Yearly's, but it happens just enough that I always have a chance.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's also on House. He was an episode of House where he was the show's only case of lupus.
Yeah, he was a washed-up magician, I think.
Yes,
you got to take that as a badge of honor.
Well, that's funny because Steve Valentine is a washed-up musician.
I think that's it because he has lupus in real life.
Oh, Jesus!
It's finally lupus.
It's finally lupus.
Oh my God.
Well, I
That's
think
a
it is
title.
time for us to vouch.
I think we all know what's going to win this round.
We know what's going to win the bracket, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. A screaming head that's always screaming, if you would. How about I rearrange all the functions of all the holes on your face?
Why are you just doing a plankton voice for Bill?
That is such a funny idea.
I don't know if I could take Bill seriously if he sounded like Plankton.
I can barely take him seriously doing the ADHD multiple track audio thing. And I'm getting ahead of myself.
Look, he was made for the kind of kid that watches Family Guy and Coco Melon on the same monitor. The voting order is going to go as follows. We're going to go Taylor, Jordan, Mick, Vinny, Graham. So, Taylor, what do you decree?
I decree that the Gravity Falls theme song fucking slaps, and I cannot skip it every time I listen to it. Do you guys ever notice that every serialized Disney Adventure TV show cuts its intro length down to size in the last quarter of the show? Anyways, I'm voting for Gravity Falls.
I agree with your decree. That's Jordan.
So, fun fact, in order to prepare for this bracket, I watched Gravity Falls for the first time. And this is something that was a conditional thing if we ever did a Disney bracket. I said, in so many words, if we ever do this, I will watch Gravity Falls because I already knew I would enjoy it. And spoiler, I did.
Razzle.
It's really good, and I have so many good things to say about it, and hopefully I'll have more opportunities to do so as the bracket goes on. But no, I in a battle between a show that I watched for this and loved and a show that I've never heard of and I'm still thinking might be a sting operation, I'm voting for Gravity Falls.
That's going to lead us to Mick.
So my thing is going to be kind of long. Do you want to come back to me?
Sure. Vinny?
So much like Jordan, I had never seen Gravity Falls up until up until this bracket, and I do gotta say, the few episodes that I did watch, I actually really liked. I immediately loved Mabel and just the world.
Oh yeah,
of
great
the show,
character.
Just the world that the show takes place in and whatnot.
What is happening here?
I will say I'm gonna vote for Gravity Falls because I think that show honestly because once I stopped watching episodes, I'm like I really do want to get back to this show eventually.
That was
there are quite
literally
a few, yeah. There are quite
Like-
a few shows on this bracket that I do want to get back to.
Like
afterwards,
multiple
but-
nights, Vinny, I would try, okay, I'm just going to do 2 tonight. And then 4 episodes later, I'd be like, okay.
Exactly. It gets addicting.
Yeah.
100%.
No, it's really good.
Jordan gave me a great newsletter reaction reel of all the episodes. It was so fun.
Yeah. No, I gave a couple of you some other less detailed.
Yeah,
updates, but-
it was like 1:00 in the morning. I checked my phone. I'm in bed. I checked my phone, and Jordan has sent me a photo of the Banjo Brothers and captioned it "Mumford and Sons."
Graham.
Gravity Falls? Yeah, it does. Thanks for telling me.
No, gravity is what makes things fall, Graham.
Sure.
Mick, I'm
But
guessing this is going to be
no,
about
it's
how
a
you've
theory.
secretly been I'm in the band fan this entire time.
But that's just a theory, a gravity theory.
Do you believe in gravity? Gravity Falls, if you will. And then finally,
Yes, I
Mick,
believe
you had
in
a
gravity stories.
All right,
Yeah, they
you're
were.
in one.
all right. Here we
Nick,
are.
if this is your revelation pick, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
This is my time for my revelation.
Okay.
We're
Okay,
in.
Let's go.
Do it.
All right. So
You know,
I watched Gravity Falls as it was airing. I watched the show as was airing, and when it came time to watch the finale, I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Mm.
I was too invested. I cared too much about these characters. I didn't want to leave the world yet. So I held off for like a year or two before finally watching the finale because I wasn't prepared to let the show end. And by not watching it, I felt in some way that I was, not letting it end.
You're that
And I-
like you're the Dipper and Mabel versus the Future episode.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, exactly.
literally an Alice Hirsch
Yeah.
plot.
Yeah. What's going on? And I finally did watch it. And I was right. It did fucking break me. There was like a good 2 weeks where I was totally out of commission and I just couldn't deal with anything because all I could think of is like, man, there's no more Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
I've
me after
eventually
Lost
found.
ended.
Well, I found ways of filling that hole. You see, I have with me right now. I've got basically all of the spin-off books. I've got the the comic anthology, Lost Legends. I've got the replica of Journal 3. And I have the most recent one that came out last year, the Book of Bill.
Yeah, Mark has that one.
Yeah. However,
I'm not going to read them.
However, I
No.
hate this show. I'm voting for women in the band.
however,
Yearly scheduled book burning.
you might, but
If anyone was going to burn books, it would be Graham.
Hey.
that was not enough Gravity Falls for me.
Oh.
So the question becomes, what do you do when the thing you really love and need more of has stopped producing content?
You wrote Fix.
He's. That's where I thought he was going.
You wrote Fix.
Well, so I started following. So I started reading Fix and
Okay.
following a bunch of fan artists,
This
but
is
it
so
just
wholesome, by
wasn't
the way.
enough.
It just
And
wasn't
so-
enough.
I had to get this out of me, and so, ladies and gentlemen, I have a secret hobby of writing Gravity Falls fanfics.
Here we are.
Dude,
That's the
That is
secret.
that is delightful. That is
It's-
so wonderful, Nick.
I
it's-
can't be mad at that.
There's a. I'm not quite finished. It's not
Oh.
quite
He
finished.
needed more.
No. There's
Alex
How-
Hirsch joins the call.
how do I want to put this?
How to finish a fic before my ex. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Jordan, cut this out.
How do I want to?
I'll leave it in. She'll never listen to
How
this
do I?
fucking thing.
How do I want to lead into this?
Oh boy.
So I mean, there's.
Mark, I think you're onto something.
So I mean, I wrote fan fiction, right? But like, it's a particular kind of fan fiction.
Oh, no.
Now, I have some theories, but I'm not going to.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
let him finish.
Please don't make me.
You must finish what you started.
Finish the fight, Nick.
All right, it's shipping fanfiction. All right, Gravity Falls romance fanfiction. All right, fucking sue me.
He's let it out for the
Oh, boy.
world to hear. That's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Can I ask who you ship? Can I ask who
It's
you're
Ford
shipping?
and McGucket, isn't it?
No.
Is it Pacific? I ship Pacifica and Dipper personally.
Thank you. Yes, that is my ship.
Yeah,
I am
no,
very,
Okay, good. All right,
very
is it?
heavily invested in the Dipsifica shipping fandom.
It seems like the kind of thing that the show is also kind of
That's-
invested in.
No, that's my thing. Is that like I want Dipper's happiness more than anything else
So-
in the world, and like I got the impression that there was a 5 there after the mansion episode. I'm like, if there were more interactions between these two, I bet they could do something with that.
So let me sell you on Gravity Falls Lost Legends, which has another Dipper and Pacifica episode, in which it is actually explicitly referred to by Mabel as a romance. I could also recommend in Journal 3 Dipper's account of the that night, in which he actually says, and I quote, "Was there some kind of vibe going on?" And also in Book of Bill exposes Dipper's internet search history, and among them, he's looking up videos of Pacifica's beauty pageants. I could go into excruciating detail of all the hints, including one in the coloring book, where Mabel says she's going to try playing matchmaker for Dipper and Pacifica next summer.
He did the research, that's for certain.
We talked about Amphibia earlier. So Matt Browley was the one who's probably most in favor of them as a couple. Alex Hirsch was kind of, he's kind of whatever on the ship. But Matt Browley was really in favor of it. And in the Gravity Falls tribute episode in Amphibia, there is a secret code that if you decode it says Dipsifica for life.
That's so fun.
And I just want to... So yeah, that's...
Nick, it's okay. No one can hurt you.
Yeah. Honestly, I was fearing it would be slash fiction.
No. Yes, I could go into excruciating detail about a lot of this. I have read so many pages of the fan fiction.
Can you read us an excerpt of one of your fictions?
So, in case you guys didn't believe me, I was prepared to share one of them.
What if you did a new excerpt every time we voted for Gravity Falls?
I don't want to read it. I can't read it out loud. Okay, I can't. That's a bridge too far.
What if we give you one rotation back to Gravity Falls? Will you
He's
read
lived
it?
up to he's lived up to his expectations.
I'm
Okay,
just
I don't know.
Send a PDF of it so you guys can read it, but don't you dare read it out loud. And
Give him a
just
break,
to
Christian.
prove that I'm telling the truth.
Oh.
I'm gonna click on this and get a computer virus, aren't I?
No, you're not.
Mixed
This is
in
how it
this
happens.
entire
This
bit
is how
to
it
send
happened.
malware.
Exactly.
This is
He's
the
like,
bit.
I ship characters in Gravity Falls, ends with Taylor gets a computer virus.
No, I'm worried that this is a rabbit hole that leads to me converting to Christianity.
Oh God.
Anyways, Mick's voting for I'm in the band.
Yes, he's clearly
I'm voting
voting
for Gravity Falls.
All
Okay.
of that. All right. I sense
Or if
that
you
will
prefer,
be.
Yes.
I will sense that this will be a trend, but we'll have to wait a couple hours before we confirm that.
What will be a trend?
Instead, I'm in the trend.
Wait, what's the trend?
The trend
5 votes
is,
for Gravity Falls, I think.
Oh,
I suppose. Next stop, we are going to go into Lilo and Stitch the series, which, Mick, I hope you save some energy because this is your pick.
Let's not let him
Going
go
up.
first. Give him a break.
yeah, please.
Going up against The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which was put up by Graham and Vinny.
Yeah.
Judging from that reaction, I believe Graham and Vinny, y'all would want to take it away.
Yeah. So yeah, that Cody's pretty good.
Wow.
All right,
So,
we're ready to
so
vote.
good, so good, it got a sequel series. That,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
Disney
think
didn't
really
want to
measures
do
up.
residuals, so they made a different series instead of just doing the one.
Yeah, sounds like them.
No, but like this was kind of like the Disney Channel sitcom when I was growing up. Like I would watch it with like my sister a lot. you take like the basic premise, like the basic recipe of it, it's like not inherently special. Like, oh, like two kids, like one is they're twins, one is like, you know, bookish nerdy, others, you know, Zack.
Character trait, Zack.
Yeah,
his name's Zack. Tells you everything to know. Yeah, and like the idea of like them living in a hotel, and then I think what really makes the show great is all of the other characters in addition, particularly Mr. Mosby.
Oh yeah,
Go running the halls, kids.
Oh my god!
great character.
The
Phil Lewis,
character is so
excellent.
like eccentric and whatnot. I feel like he's like a perfect encapsulation.
You want M or
That was literally
Or
the
whatnot.
scene that I know. The only scene from this entire show
Like-
that I know.
This show has the best character acting supporting cast of I think any Disney Channel live action sitcom.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
This is a disaster.
So
Who the hell?
Mr. Mosby, watch out!
Oh,
Airman!
that was Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa.
Oh
Rodriguez.
my, that's where that character's from, is
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I've heard that from somewhere else.
Oh my god.
Honestly, like he's the one character I attribute to like in any comedy series where one specific character has an overly long, complicated name
Mhm.
where that picked up as a joke. He's
This
the
in
one
Ace Combat
person I-
7.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
it's interesting. If I grew up watching Zack and Cody, I'm pretty sure I would have loved it. And as it stands, it's kind of stupid, but it makes me chuckle. It's somewhere in between Full House and iCarly for me, where
Yeah.
Full House is cheesier, iCarly is a little better. It's got good jokes in there. It still has terrible life lessons, and it's got pretty bad child acting. I'm sorry, Dylan and Cole. But those adults, they're pretty... Arwen, I watched... Vinny gave me the list of episodes to watch, and I watched the Haunted Apartment episode.
That's a great one.
I watched
Mm.
the one where Zack gets addicted to online gaming, and
You're
I watched...
Moltek Firewind, and I'm Django Darkblade.
And I watched...
I would play that game on like the Disney Channel website. It was a Doom clone.
Of course, of course. it
They
was.
always go with the Doom clones.
Of course it was.
But I think the one that actually got me going was the bowling episode, where I think it's Arwen who goes, "My mom lost a foot in a bowling accident," as in she got hit with a ball and lost about 12 inches. And that is a wonderful line. It's a great line.
like I said,
And it's just like-
Arwen makes that show for me personally.
Yeah, it's like you have to navigate the basically it's horrible stories with it's like Family Guy. Like some of the jokes really land and the storytelling is like Zack sucks. Like I don't know why anyone would give a shit about Zack. And like, do these two brothers even like each other? They seem like the most spiteful, bitter piece. Like I just like all the teenagers and kids on this show suck, but the adults are so entertaining. It's really it's in a weird place.
Yeah.
Gotta start the timer, so let's just say this is 4.
Funnily enough, Taylor, that you bring that up, there was actually a straight to television movie where it actually explored Cody and Zack as brothers and whatnot, like whether or not they really cared about each other. And it never gets referenced again, but it ends with them uncovering a whole like twin mind control conspiracy.
But wasn't that like a Sweet Life on Deck? Movie?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, long-term storytelling.
Look,
Yes.
Cody's a less funny Josh, and
Yeah.
Zack is just. I even remember I was talking to Vinny. I was like, all I remember is Zack sucks, and he's like, well, yeah, nobody likes Zack.
Nobody does.
No, I did.
Not even Riverdale.
No, that was Cole, I think.
No.
I
That's
can't. I
that's
forget
a-
every time.
That's a different can of worms that we're not going to open.
To be fair,
We
they
wanna get
are
this done on
twins.
time.
Graham, in your defense, they are twins.
I know, because I remember when I remember I learned about Riverdale at college. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dylan Sprouse, who plays Cody from Zack and Cody, plays Jughead Jones in a live-action show about Riverdale gang wars.
And it only got weirder from there.
You haven't heard?
Only gang wars, he says.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, good movie you put on here, by the way.
It's the series.
Yeah, so Lilo and Stitch the series was a sequel series. Again, we talked about that there's a lot of shows based on, Disney movies in this time period, and this is one of them. What's it called again?
Lilo and Stitch.
The premise of this show, it's technically more than anything, it's a sequel to the made-for-TV movie Stitch.
It's the movie.
Good movie.
Yeah. And this follows where that one left off. Basically, all the other experiments are falling all over Hawaii, and so it's kind of the basic premise of the show is it's like a Monster of the Week show where each week they deal with a new, newly released experiment, and they have to go stop them. But rather than just it's not just oh, we need to stop them. It's we need to stop them from doing the evil things they were designed to do, and also find where they fit in. Because they all have to. Yeah, get them a job. Find some place to fit in. All of them, because they're all family, and Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind.
I always love whenever they old experiments would show up in new episodes.
Well, I mean, Experiment 625.
Oh, dude, I love 625 so much, and I don't know if it stems from Stitch the movie or the TV show, because when I watch, we can't count Stitch the movie as part of this show, right? Even though it's basically a giant pilot.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
I just want to quote 625 from that ham or tuna.
Also, again, the Disney Channel website, the sandwich stacking game you can play.
Oh yeah, classic.
Oh yeah.
I had a Lilo and Stitch video board game, where you had the board game physical, but your dice was a spinner on a DVD.
Okay.
And it came with 2 episodes of the cartoon, so I would religiously watch Clip and Mr. Stenchy. And so when Mick announced that this show was going to be on the bracket, I'm like, oh wow, I'm going to finally see more than Clip and Mr. Stenchy.
Which, fun fact, is not another show on that network for the same time. That would be Brady and Mr. Whiskers.
And also, that's what people call being Jordan in college.
Yes, exactly.
Clip and Mr.
and
Stenchy.
Mr. Stenchy.
Wait, who's who?
I like this show a lot. And it may just be because it just feels like it's more Lilo and Stitch and captures the magic of that movie in just show format, or the fact that we actually got all the same voice actors to reprise their roles, and Gantu is just trying to get his job done and hangs out with 625 and they play poker on weekends. But I was really happy that Mick put this on, because it just gave me an excuse to watch more Lilo and Stitch.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, there's just, again, the character building in this is fantastic. I love Jeff Bennett as the villain, Hamsterville.
Hamsterville!
Oh, yeah.
Very funny. And again, I really like the show's approach to the Monster of the Week sort of mentality, and the fact that it's not just oh, here's a new villain. It's okay, what can we do in terms of story? What can we do in terms of the creativity of this concept? And how does this factor into the whole show that we're doing? It's just a really fun idea for a Monster of the Week show. And again, they bring everybody back. They have everybody who was most of the people that were in the movie as recurring characters on this. So it's awesome.
And then you had Leroy in Stitch.
Yeah. That was the finale, I think, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think the show really got a proper finale. Oh wait, was Leroy and Stitch? Oh, so it was a finale movie. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that might have been
continuity of Lilo and Stitch is an enigma.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe I should have mentioned that, Taylor. But like you when you asked for episode recommendations, I wasn't gonna say, "Oh,
Well-
here, watch the movie."
No, because you know what it was like, Mick, was I saw this show and I'm like, it's such a good idea, but it doesn't seem like it's ever going to get an ending. So it feels like difficult to want to latch onto it because it all goes nowhere. But if I knew that it all went somewhere, I might have let myself watch more of it because I knew that it would be building towards more. The idea, because what I usually do is a lot of times before I watch a show, I'll go and I'll check IMDb ratings and I'll kind of let that see like, okay, so is the ending something people are satisfied with? Is the entire journey something worth going? Do I feel fulfilled by the end of it? And when I didn't see that, I'm like, okay, so it's kind of a nothing. This is probably just a random episode in a sea of just, episodic episodes. But if you're telling me that they made a finale movie, that changes things.
I think it is now time
Yeah.
for us to vote. Now, unfortunately, when it came to the voting order, I picked the easiest one to see in the Discord order, but now that Mick, you have changed your name, which don't change it back. I like it.
Yeah.
But now that you've changed your name,
That's always been his name.
It's always been my name in my heart.
The order is now different, but I think I remember what it was. We're gonna start with Taylor again.
Yeah. No, me and Taylor have stayed the same place.
Yeah, it was Taylor, Jordan, me,
Yeah,
Vinny, Graham. I believe.
I didn't change my number, but I changed my name.
Mr. Stenchy. Okay, well, Mr. Stenchy will go second. Taylor, you can start.
I stand by the fact that there were some amazing one-liners in Zack and Cody, but the show itself is very cringe outside of those great jokes, and I really needed to grow up with it to really get it. Lilo and Stitch is something that I would want to put more of on. I'm okay if I don't watch another Zack and Cody. I think Vinny recommended me the peak episodes of Zack and Cody, so I'm already fulfilled.
It's very much a show of its time sort of thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and if I had grown up, then
It's not a bad thing. I need to stress.
yeah.
Would you like
I mean-
M or Fum?
So I'll vote for Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, Mr. Stenchy.
Quick while I have some Brussels sprouts. I didn't watch a ton of Zack and Cody growing up because I spent most of the time I would be spending watching that show, watching Drake and Josh, which is like the same thing but better. I like it. There's some good characters, and there's some good episodes, but it wasn't exactly my show. Whereas Lilo and Stitch the series, like I watched a lot of that. That's a really cool idea. I like it a lot. I'm glad it showed up on this bracket, and I'm voting for it.
The terrific
Diffica.
Don't have a
All right,
stroke.
time has passed.
Mick.
I'm voting for Lilo and Stitch the series.
Yes.
Dip Mick.
Oh, that's what you're trying to do. Got it.
No, I was actually trying to say it normally, which is the sad part. Vinny.
So I'm actually going to vote for Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, simply mainly because I did watch this growing up. I didn't really watch Lilo and Stitch growing up. In fact, I didn't really see the movie until like a few years ago.
I still haven't. I've actually never seen the full thing of the Lilo and Stitch movie.
Yeah, no, I've been
seen it like
deprived.
17
I've seen
times.
Stitch, I've seen Leroy and Stitch, and I've seen the series, but I've not watched the actual.
I didn't even know. See, that's the thing. I didn't even know Stitch had his own show really until just now. That's how little I am attached to.
Yeah. Well, now you know, and
That's-
now you know how awesome it is because we've been talking it up.
Yeah, that's what the amazing, it definitely going to be a 10 out of 10 live action movie is going to be for. There's no way you could go wrong.
Why is that getting a live action movie? Like, didn't
we
it come
ask
out
this question
yesterday?
every year.
Like,
Because
it's not
every other-
Lion King, it's not Snow White, it's not Aladdin.
Because every other Disney film got a live action movie.
Moana's
and
getting
It
one.
would be weird to make sure that didn't get one.
And the,
So, get one it shall, even though it's very
and
pointless.
they're never going to do the two ones that would maybe actually benefit from it, which would be Treasure Planet and Atlantis.
Or
Yeah,
because
take
according
the
to
live
Disney,
action
those
movies and
movies
make
are
them
not real.
animated movies.
Those would work so much better as live action movies than animated movies in some ways.
Or
Absolutely.
you could take the crappy live action movies they put out and make them animated. show that you know hey,
That would be-
animation is good. But
That would be so interesting to do a reverse and take their live action movies. Like, we need our animated Haunted Mansion movie, please.
Oh, I'd love
that
that.
that would excel so well, but that's in the land of making sense. And we're not.
I would
we're
like
not-
I would like it if it's the exact same movie too with Eddie Murphy.
It's
Just
a
like it's
reanimated. It's
Yeah, it's a
The
reanimated.
animated Country Bears.
Yes.
There we
It's
Is
not
it
over.
Bears!
Oh, dude, you gave it away.
Is Haley
before we-
Johnson in that movie?
Haley Joel Osment played a bear named Barry Barrington in The Country Bears 2002.
And finally, speaking of Haley Joel Osment, Graham.
Haley Joel Osment played a bear called Barry Barrington in The Country
It
Bears.
sounds like you've been practicing.
I'll give it to Sweet Life because I do like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up next
Coming
on
up next on Disney
These-
Channel.
and then draw the shitty Mickey Mouse in the corner of the screen. Hi, my name's Christian last name, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Bing, bing.
Spectacular Spider-Man, put up by none other than Spider-Graham, going up against Ducktales Ooh Woo Woo by Taylor and Mick.
We did make the show.
Yeah, exactly. DuckTales Ooh. Who would like to start on this one?
Well, I know that Graham's not letting us start with Spider-Man, so
Yeah.
it really depends on where.
Graham, start with Spider-Man.
No, DuckTales go first.
Okay, you could have said that from the beginning, but okay.
All right. Well, so life is like a hurricane, right?
Is it?
All right. Yeah. You ready, Graham?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, Mick. I was waiting to see if you wanted to do things, but I can start and you can.
So here's the thing: I actually haven't. I've seen a lot of the show, but I've not seen all of it. So I was gonna defer to you.
Sure. Yeah, no, because I watched this like 6-7 months ago, and I was really shocked at how much fun I had with it. It is a great adventure show, a lot of creative ideas, and it's got one of my favorite tropes of making sure that identical twin characters actually have different personalities. This is something that too many things forget to do, is like, oh, we're twins, so all of our twin characters have to behave exactly the same way. I think the original DuckTales may or may not have had this problem, because I know that every one of the triplets in DuckTales was voiced by the same person. But in this one, all three of the triplets are very much their own character. Dewey,
Absolutely.
They each have their own reason for going on adventures. Dewey goes for the danger, Huey goes for the discovery, and Louie goes for the reward. And that shapes a personality of smart, brave, and greedy that just keeps it all entertaining. And also Ben Schwartz is Dewey, and that just makes me really fucking happy.
I could have been Turbo!
I could have been Turbo! Yeah. And much like Teen Titans, every season tries to highlight one of the Ducks a little bit more than another. So, season 1 is a little more Dewey focused. Season 2 has got a little bit of a Louie subplot going on. And season 3 tries to be a Huey one, but kind of forgets. Anyways, it doesn't matter because Dewey is best Duck. Although, we also have Webby, who is... I'm so happy that they let the hyperactive female character go to someone who wasn't Kristen Schaal for once, and instead give it to Kate Micucci.
She's great.
Who I think did a great job as Webby, who spends her whole life as a shut-in, and looking in on the world she admires with this innocent pair of eyes, and then having to expose her to the world in front of her and just going ballistic, and every time she meets someone having to go, hi, because she doesn't know how to interact with people. Scrooge is, of course, plenty entertaining. Launchpad is just
played by David Tennant, getting to do his real accent for once in his life.
And he's wonderful, as you'd expect.
And I gotta say, this show has a pretty dang entertaining cast of villains. Flintheart Glomgold. I've never met a villain whose actual ambition is to be more Scottish than Scrooge McDuck. And there's this episode in season 2 called Glom Tales where he just rips off the theme song to Ducktales with his, it's like Christian, you remember that episode of Kirby Right Back at You where DDD sings the intro?
Oh my god.
They
Yeah.
they do that, but with this villain, it's so great. You got Magica Dispel, who is a great villain for season 1. Admittedly, not every. Oh, they also got Margot Martindale, who is just
Character actress.
Sam's
Margot
character
Martindale.
actress, Margot.
Yeah, character actress
Yes.
Margot Martindale, playing Mama Beagle. Then there's Mark Beeks, who is just rich billionaire millennial. I don't like Mark Beeks very much. He's kind of, I feel like he's a little too topical, and maybe he's not going to age well. And also, what I find interesting about this show is Donald Duck is here, and I have mixed feelings because and it's 100% because I cannot understand him half of the time. And the reason I'm mixed is because the show knows you can't understand him half the time, and exactly half of the time they will call out that we can't understand him, and just for certain plot-related episodes, they'll make sure you can hear him by giving some sort of plot MacGuffin device to make sure you can understand his voice.
They get Don Cheadle to voice him.
Exactly. They're like, did anyone catch any of that? No. Hang on, I'm going to make him sound like Don Cheadle for this episode.
Yeah. And of course, he's wonderful.
Yeah. Also, the 3 Caballeros show up for an episode.
Was that Carioca?
I love how they I love how they
they
characterize them as being like, oh, it's Donald's old college buddies.
And then I got to mention, man, that DuckTales theme song slaps, and I just cannot skip it. You guys ever notice that every serialized Disney Adventure TV show cuts its intro down to size in the last quarter of the show? Anyways, I know Mick wanted to go off on the lore, so.
All right, so I am a very big fan of the comic book series, The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, written by Don Rosa, in which Graham, you mentioned, I think during the cold open of a previous yearlies, you mentioned that there's like a Spider-Man comic where like it imagines like, okay, well, what would Spider-Man's life actually look like if he aged in real time?
Yes.
This is that, but with Scrooge McDuck, where it's a series that follows the entire life of Scrooge McDuck from his birth to his death. And I love this comic. I love this comic series. It itself is like is basically just like summing up stuff from the old Uncle Scrooge comics, and taking bits. So it's the whole the Ducks universe. And this show does so much by mining the Ducks universe for inspiration. When I first saw Flintheart Glomgold in this show, my heart leapt out of my fucking chest in excitement. So I'm like, it's the fucking South African duck, and he's pretending to be Scottish.
There's another thing. He's not actually Scottish.
Yeah. I remember Taylor was talking. I was talking to Taylor about this, and I sent him the Duck family tree.
Yes, I do remember that.
So I'm like, no, that character wasn't invented for the show. Here's the family tree. She exists. Yes,
We are at a good time if we want to move on to Spectacular.
Yeah, I could stop
Spider-Man.
right now. But yeah.
No.
Okay, please.
It's a really good Billy Corgan impression.
I was
Thanks,
gonna
man.
say, I love how Taylor's like trying to imitate the song, but like he keeps going in and out as he's doing.
Oh, was it? Did the Discord not pick it up?
Yeah, it cut in and out, but it's okay.
This is perhaps the greatest adaptation of Spider-Man that's ever been created.
Jordan, cut to like 7 other times Graham has said that.
Yeah.
No, I think this is the first.
Yeah.
I've said it before about Spider-Man PS4. But I don't think Graham has.
Yeah. This show has probably my favorite version of
Oh dear.
Hey, you want to know how he becomes Electro?
Is it
About eels?
oh yeah, it's
It's a vat of eels.
it's those silly little guys in the tank.
Well, except not only electric eels, electric manta rays too.
He got zapped by the entire volatile aquarium. That's crazy.
Incidentally, returning to an earlier subject, Clancy Brown plays the Rhino in this.
Yes.
You fucking cocksucker.
And Captain George Stacy.
I do like Eddie Brock in this, who is, I believe, number 1.
Yes.
I do
JoJo. What the hell?
I was gonna say I do like that they
Joseph.
made Eddie and Peter friends in this show. That I think is a really nice touch.
They made who?
Yeah, bro.
Who?
Yeah,
Eddie and Peter are
Oh yeah,
friends.
Eddie. Yeah.
This is really they took a lot of like the best parts of the original run and the Ultimate Spider-Man comic book and kind of melded them together. This is Greg Weisman, who made Gargoyles and would go on to make like Young Justice and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh damn.
Yeah. The only stipulation he was given was he had to have some shots in the show that emulated the Rain film, which he didn't even really mind. Okay, useful for like introducing stuff to the audience. But basically, if I could one thing I love about this series is this is a very canon heavy show, with the villain of the week formula, but because the idea for the series was they would do 3 episodes as an arc and then release those 3 episodes as a DVD. So everything really flows well into each other. The first episode alone sets the main villain is Vulture, who is played by Robert England.
Crazy.
Wait, Robert England voices the Vulture in the
Yes.
first
Yes.
episode.
Freddy Krueger on wings.
Are you?
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's actually really
which
cool.
is what I said. This is my favorite of most characters. The only 2 exceptions are Vulture and Kraven. Vulture because he kind of just Vulture there's not really anything to do with him, but it's kind of he has to take the hit because he's the first villain. They can't really set him up. And Kraven because they make him into they make Kraven to a furry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course.
Is Kraven
Yeah,
not
of course.
canonically a furry? Because I don't
No.
know a lot about every
No.
Spider-Man villain.
No,
Kraven, he's
no,
just
he's a poacher. He's a poacher.
yeah, he's a
Who becomes a furry?
no.
No.
That is
Why would the show lie to me?
Well, to be fair, there is kind of the ultimate comics. Anyway, first episode, main villain is the Vulture, but it sets up Norman Osborn, Doctor Octopus. You also meet 2 petty criminals named Flint Marco and Alex O'Hearn, who go on to become Sandman and the Rhino. And it also ends with It also includes Hammerhead, the Enforcers, and the tease of the show's main first big villain, Tombstone.
Tombstone?
Yeah, and
Voiced
also
by Kevin Michael Richardson.
yes,
Oh cool.
Who did that man voice?
doing all this while also weaving in the story of this is they took the idea is this is Peter's first day of school over summers when he was Spider-Man, so this is him trying to come back with trying to bring that confidence into it, into this, because Greg Weisman, one of the tenets for the show that he put in was Peter Parker's life has to always be as interesting as whatever's going on with Spider-Man. So this is Peter navigating he has to worry about Aunt May's health and bills, and also working at Daily Bugle, his relationship with Gwen Stacy, his friendship with Harry Osborn. Also, like we said, the friendship he has with Eddie Brock and the internship he gets there. I could talk about this show for half an hour. You gotta stop me.
Yeah. I will say one thing because I watched the show when I was growing up as well. I love the show. It's the only time I've ever been you know what? Yeah, Gwen Stacy can live.
Honestly, thank God.
It's the only time I've ever thought, no, she's not more interesting dead.
That sounds like a man who agrees.
Yeah, that sounds like a guy who has
What?
nothing controversial to say.
Yeah, Taylor absolutely agrees. We don't even need to dive into that.
There's only so many times you can throw her off a bridge before you start to ask, like, do they even put in safety rails, or is there like a net or something?
There's not even a sign that says life is worth living.
Yeah.
Now, I
No
will
one's singing, always
say
look on the bright side of life.
there's a caveat that may affect your vote here, and I don't think it should, in that this show was not able to run for as long as the creator wanted. It was only two. It was only
So it is a
two
Disney
seasons. Show. Yes. But the idea was it would do like a season for every year of creators' high school, and then afterwards. If someone ever develops a machine that's like go to like alternate universe, the first one I'm going to alternate universe where this got like the full run it was in. And even with not an incomplete run, this is still one of like probably like my favorite shows just on here. And you can't. It's not like you're gonna watch and like be crushed that there isn't more. You can't. You might kind of little, but there is like it does end some like on like some kind of note. I don't want to like give it so much away. There's so much I could talk about.
Does it get like a proper conclusion despite all that?
It's got an arc finale, but they very clearly opened the door for more.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not terrible.
It's not like it ends in like a cliffhanger of who lives, who dies, find out next time, and then they can't.
Who tells her story?
When Stacy's like mid-fall and then the series ends or something.
It's not the best ending you could possibly get where everything is tied, but like it's good.
I think that's all that matters. I think
they very like I'm not like the cliffhangers that are there are frustrating to not have resolved, but like Grant, there'll be more. There'll be more opportunities.
At least one more.
Well, that sounds like a better time for votes than any. The second best time would be an hour from now. So,
best time to wear a striped sweater.
Granted, as much as I'd love to hear Graham talk about Spider-Man for another 45 minutes, we'll take advantage of the best time. Though I eagerly await your Spectacular Spider-Man podcast. Taylor, what are you voting for?
Here we go. Graham?
Yeah, you already told me you like this show.
I do. I love this show. As a Spider-Man show. As a Peter Parker show, this show infuriates me. Because this is not a great Peter Parker. He is I can't. Okay, see, I was about to spoil a bunch of stuff, but I realized that not everyone has seen this all. But Peter Parker makes a lot of bad decisions that, like, he makes knowingly creating problems, and it's a lot of unnecessary love triangle and indecisive shit that I really hate to see in shows like this. And I won't go into the exact choices he makes. I don't think
Spider-Man's for you.
Guys, Gwen Stacy. This is the most misogynistically written character I've seen in a very long time. For 2 whole seasons, her whole identity is nothing but I'm in love with Peter Parker, but Peter Parker doesn't notice me. And also Peter Parker is going to blow me off at every opportunity he gets. She has nothing else going on, constantly gets pushed aside by Peter, even Harry and Eddie. And it really infuriates me. I honestly feel like a lot of the women in this show are written in the service of men, and it really drives me kind of crazy. And it says something where Flash Thompson and J. Jonah Jameson are more likable than some of the protagonists in the social life of Peter Parker. I'm very fascinated by what they did with Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson is like one of the more interesting depictions of him. It's quite fascinating. Even J. Jonah Jameson is like more likable. It's weird. I'm not going to tell you that means that this show is not worth watching. This show is so addictive because of the continuity Graham pointed out, but because of those things, and also because I have way less criticisms on Ducktales' part, I got to give it to Ducktales.
Yeah.
Well, that's a duck and vote. Mr. Stenchy.
Oh, Jesus, this is stuck, hasn't it? So
like a stench, if you would.
I haven't seen either of these really, but I have wanted to see the new DuckTales because I watched a lot of the original and everything about the new one just seems like it would appeal to me. Yeah, no, I'm everything that you pitched, Taylor and Mick, basically has sold me on it. So I'm voting for DuckTales.
You could say life is like a hurricane.
I could if I wanted to.
Here in Duckburg?
Yeah, with race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur, really.
That's gonna go to Mick now.
Yeah. Also, one last time, I have to mention a voice actor, Ed Asner as Ben Parker.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Don't promise me that it's the last time you'll mention a voice actor.
Yeah, there's like 10 more shows.
That's true.
Ever. You'll never mention a voice actor, ever again.
D. Bradley
But then
Baker.
what-
Fuck!
Do a Simpsons
happens if
episode
I
with
start-
Mick on the chalkboard. I will not mention another voice actor. I will not mention another voice actor.
Mick, I voice acted in a visual novel. You can never mention me ever again.
It's weird that you have to say that about Mick.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm voting for Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Quite spectacular. And it's time for Spectacular Vinny's vote.
Because, the thing is, I sort of get where Taylor's coming from with Peter in this show. The thing that bothers me the most about it, though, is that to me, it feels very much like a been there, sort of done that kind of thing, where it's Peter's life is in constant misery because he doesn't really know how to balance Spider-Man and his personal life, which leads to a lot of the dumb mistakes that he makes. I will say that I did like the show for the ideas that it brought, and had I watched a few more episodes, my tune on it would probably change, but I'm still going to give it the vote simply because I couldn't get around to watching DuckTales, and I didn't want to give a blind vote to a show that I
But
didn't.
Vinny, we might solve a mystery or rewrite history.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that without me.
DuckTales minus Vinny.
Every
Coming
day
to
they're out
CW.
there making DuckTales.
Vinny minus 1. And then we come to
Oh my god.
oh, that gives so many great visuals. It's just Vinny
And
walking
minus
around
one
the
eye.
fucking city.
Oh, cool. I have an eye patch.
And then finally, Spectacular Spider-Gram.
Tales of
Well.
daring, too bad and good.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
The
Well,
danger lurks
the show-
behind you.
the show is
There's a
really-
stranger out to find you.
This show is really why I love Electro.
The
Not
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Some
and the
ideas should have stayed in the
message.
past.
Graham, it
Crispin
does
Freeman's Electro.
it does make your passive enjoyment of Amazing Spider-Man 2 make a lot more sense, admittedly.
We also got the
What
voice
to
actor
do?
for
Just
Clay
grab onto
Challenge
some
Showdown
DuckTales.
for what was it? Shocker, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Who, as we
Yeah,
established,
the-
is not electricity based.
they make him interesting by making him a Texan.
A southern. Yeah, it's so weird.
Don't you
hearing
mock
that
me,
out of-
boy.
Wait, the Texan from Shaolin Showdown
No,
is
no, no.
Shocker?
Yeah,
It's
he voices
Yosemite
Shocker.
Shocker.
Rather than
Yeah,
Herman
Shocker,
Schultz
that
being
show.
Shocker, it's Montana, which would also be an idea they would use.
Using what?
Coming. The idea of Montana becoming Shocker is they use again in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, okay.
It's so weird though hearing it. 'Cause I'm so used to him. not
Watch the
doing
bug.
that
Watch the
accent.
bug. I know any other
You
tunes?
talking to me? It is time now for this round, which is a round in the Disney Showlies. I almost said Nickelodeon Showlies.
God.
Clearly, no time has passed.
All right, I'll have another anxiety attack. Great.
I'm gonna have to fix the timeline again.
Then the locust
Mick
will
with
come.
minus one eye. We're gonna go into
You're at least
the
minus
Owl
one.
House. Who put up the Owl House? Well, that was Taylor.
Ooh,
Who put up the
Who?
Owl House?
Owlboy.
That was Taylor. Going up against Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which Graham going on the superhero streak right now. Which between you two, which would like to go first?
I would enjoy going first.
and so you shall.
All right, you can take it away.
Okay. So the first real joke in the Owl House is a fantasy sequence of wizards fighting, and the evil wizard is defeated and goes, "No, my only weakness, dying."
Yeah. Literally me.
I
love
want
that
that line to sum up the sense of humor of this show, because you'll know very early on if this show is for you. This show, I after Gravity Falls, left the hole in my heart that maybe Mick's heart hole. Mick seemed to have a harder time letting go than I did. I'm willing to admit that much. But in the same token, I have spent years trying to hunt down something similar, and I think Owl House may come the closest. It's not quite Gravity Falls, but it is the best show I watched last year. Because
incidentally, it's funny you mentioned that there is an implication that they might take place in the same universe. It's heavily implied that Ida Clawthorne is Grunkle Stan's ex-wife.
That makes too much sense. That makes way too much sense.
Well, if Mick is done naming voice actors, I'm going to continue the trend, because Ida is voiced by Wendy Malick, who I love. And she plays Ida the Owl Lady, who takes in apprentice Luce to be a witch in training. And Luce is such a good protagonist because she's not only honest with everyone around her, but she's also honest with herself. One of the big things about a lot of these coming-of-age shows are teenagers who are insecure with themselves, and so they act out and do things that they later on have to apologize for. Luce knows she's weird, she knows she's wacky, and she embraces that part of herself for the entire adventure. And it basically means she's pure of heart, and she wins everybody over in such wonderful ways. She's one of the most likable protagonists I've seen in a kind of show like this. Like, Amphibia struggled with this, like I was saying earlier, how I wasn't as big into the character of Anne in Amphibia, because she tried so hard to be this other person that she wasn't, and that's part of the story. But there's none of that nonsense with Luce, and that makes her just so much more fun. And then you have Alex Hirsch doing when one of the best characters is a door.
Oh, I love Hootie. I feel so bad for him. He gets beaten up and mistreated.
Yeah, like Alex Hirsch plays a door knocker named Hootie. He also plays the King of Demons King, who is basically Bill without the how did you describe it, Jordan? Your ADHD,
the ADD energy.
Yeah, he doesn't it's not multiple voices on top of each other. He's just kind of like he's trying to be the king of all demons, but he's too adorable to be taken seriously. He's the best.
TikTok brain rot.
Sure. And so it's a bunch of episodes of Luce in training. She eventually goes to monster school, and there's this amazing gag where school alarms are just screams. So whenever an alarm goes off, it's just someone going, "Ah!" It's really funny to me. I also love how this show it's an isekai show, and it takes you to a new world, but it never tries to drown you in its lore. You occasionally learn how the world works. They will slowly teach you about its school of magics, how magic was always built this one way, but there's the secret way of learning magic that was lost to time. It never overwhelms you, so it lets the show continue to focus on character-focused storytelling. And in that sense, we have such great character dynamics between everyone Luce meets, ultimately building what ended up being my favorite LGBTQ couple in television. That is just one of the most naturally sweet and real relationships I think I've seen in a show like this, that I just cannot help but root for. It's so good. And the way it's handled in the show through this amazing 3-part episode that just delivers amazing story moment after story moment that I won't touch on. And much like Gravity Falls, the story ends before the show goes on too long and gets fillery. I think I think they wanted the show to go on longer, and to be fair, I think because they had an LGBTQ couple, some parents complained and probably hurt the show's reputation very frustratingly. Because, it's on Disney, which is great. But But we also, as a result, get another example of a show that does story beats and individual episodes almost equivalently to as good as Gravity Falls does it, leading to another really fantastic and great ending. That, like, it's not better than Gravity Falls ending, but it's a great ending that sums up everything that you've experienced in this adventure too. And that's why I just think that when you're done with Gravity Falls and you're looking for something else, I won't promise you that you'll get the same amount of enjoyment, but you're gonna, I think you'll get something out of this. This is something that I would recommend to everyone. And finally, man, the Owl House theme song slaps, and I can't not skip it. Do you guys ever notice that every serialized Disney Adventure TV show cuts its intro down to size in the last quarter of the show? Anyways.
That's where we stopped the recording.
The only other thing besides the things you listed that I know about this show is that there's one owl that's really long.
That's the door.
Oh, that's the door?
Yeah, he extends his, because he's a door knocker. And so like the head is enchanted, so it like extends itself to like hang out with people. But the idea is that nobody likes him because he tries too hard to hang out with everyone. So it's like, go away, Hootie.
Isn't he also like in control of the entire house or something?
Yeah, he is the Owl House.
Yeah. I feel so bad for Hootie. He gets mistreated so much.
Yeah, but they find the episodes to make him, the best door. Hootie is best.
It's hard when you're a house.
He just wants friends.
It's hard to be a house.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. We can transition into the Avengers.
Oh, Jesus.
Because we might be sticking out our yachts for this one. So, all right, that's the only time I'm going to do that.
No, do it again. I want you to do it again.
Sorry, Graham. I'll have to decline your request.
Do it.
But you can pitch the Avengers.
So, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes was an attempt to adapt the Avengers into an animated format. Back when the MCU was still like a thing, but there was less of a drive to no, everything has to have brand synergy. So this takes more from like the original era of Avengers, which it has like the original lineup, like with Wasp and Ant-Man. It's one of those things. It's like, we did a whole MCU. I don't have to pitch the Avengers.
It all starts with this guy called Tony Stark. He made it in a cave.
A box of scratch.
No, like I love like the opening of the show is like the superheroes have been around like for a while, Shield and everything, and then the idea is all the prisons like around the world open, and all of a sudden like, hey, there's a bunch of and like the very first like big villain that they have to face is this villain named Gravitar, who can control gravity, believe it or not.
Gravity Falls.
And I remember as a kid being like, wow, I can't wait for them to put him in like an MCU movie, and then they wasted him on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wait, he was an agent.
They did a lot of villains with that.
That's criminal.
This show for me was very good because I had grown up a lot more with DC, but I didn't really know that much about like the Marvel side of things. So this introduced me to a lot of Marvel concepts and characters, like you had the Fantastic Four, Negative Zone, the early rumblings of the the Galactic. This is the first time I ever saw the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like 90% sure that they had Steve Downes voice Star-Lord, who is Master Chief.
That is
this is where I learned who Kang the Conqueror was, and well, again, couldn't wait for him to show up in the MCU. But yeah, this for me was probably like, if you want if you're gonna getting any version of the anime Avengers. I can talk about one. The Fantastic Four are in this, and they come over Poker Night. But every time Hulk and Thing see each other, they immediately break out into fisticuffs. And even they'll they'll just randomly start fighting because it's just what they do.
It's their term of endearment. They beat the shit out of each other.
It's this show. I wouldn't go so far as call it oh, this is like the perfect adaptation for like Spectacular Spider-Man, but it does for the Avengers what Spectacular Spider-Man was doing for Spider-Man. Like it's a continuity based show. Like there'll be little teasers. Like some episodes would end with a revelation that this character's a Skrull, and that wouldn't come up for like 2 more seasons. It also would be like, oh, Hank, what are you working on? Oh, my new robot, Ultron.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think I've pitched the show as best as I can.
And then the sex.
Yeah.
And then the locusts come.
Well, my name's Christian, last name, and I think you're still watching the Disney Showlies.
Why?
This is Disney.
Just why?
Taylor.
Here's what I've realized. Maybe what Graham is describing about the show happens. It doesn't happen in the first 2 episodes. If a superhero piece of media isn't immediately funny or does not immediately balance a character's personal life with their hero life, I just don't give a shit. And that's kind of how I felt the entirety of the time I was watching this. I just did not care. It felt weirdly serious for a show like this. I didn't feel like it was particularly funny because there were so many superheroes having to be superheroes. I didn't feel like there was any time to invest in them as actual characters. I was not into it. Meanwhile, Owl House is like my second favorite thing on the bracket.
Who is next? Oh, yes, that's
Me. Yeah.
Mr. Stenchy.
I made a terrible mistake.
No, yes.
These are another 2 that I haven't really seen or don't have much background with, but I think I am probably going to go for the Owl House first because after Gravity Falls, it seems like the next step from that, and especially in terms of humor and storytelling. So that seems right up my alley, and with everything about the representation and the all that Disney didn't seem to like, I'm like, yeah, sure, fine, I'm sure I'll dig it. So,
If Disney's mad, it must be good.
absolutely.
Never
So, Owl House.
truer words. Maybe.
Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes.
Vignette.
See, this is a choice that I'm actually really torn with because I love both of these shows. I really, God, I'm gonna go with the Owl House on this one. Actually.
Your victory.
Would make a choice like that.
It was tough though.
Look, trust me, if I was in your shoes, well, I can't speak because I'm the host.
Yeah.
But you know how I would probably vote on this one. And then finally, Graham.
Avengers M.
Okay.
The H is silent.
Avengers
well,
M
yeah.
game.
You can't really pronounce EMH. You would just be M. How would
No, you
pronounce
say
H?
M and then you take a really deep breath. It's like M. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Christian, last name, and you're watching the Disney show.
Peter Griffin here.
God, we need like commercials.
No, I mean,
So,
that
like-
is what you were doing. I assume you bought some ad revenue.
Oh man, I honestly, Jordan, if you want to have the creativity to have commercials in here, then go fucking nuts, dude. But that is your
But
prerogative.
they have to be like our commercials.
Oh God, now I have to try and advertise products.
Time to do some improv sketches. No. It is time for that.
Later.
Jordan, kill Jordan.
New choice.
New choice.
New choice. What was the purpose of that scene? What was the motivation of that scene? Timon and Pumbaa! What are they doing there?
I'll
Viva
explain.
Pinata!
Who put this on? Jordan did.
I did.
Versus American Dragon Jake Long.
Made
Just
in
put up by
Japan.
Mick.
What made you laugh?
Me?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I think I just look. I think I look at a name and then I have like subconscious jokes that I don't know what they are, but like
Okay.
the
Oh,
but like
they're
the
the
inner
best.
feelings of my mind notice.
The voices seem to like it.
This name exudes humor.
Yes.
Jordan, Mick, between you two, which of you would you like to go?
I mean, do you want to, or I can do either
I
one.
could do either. I don't really mind.
All right.
Have you gone first yet?
No, I haven't gone yet.
Then you go. Yeah.
All right. So,
All right, Jordan, take it away.
so the thing with a lot of the Disney afternoon programming is a lot of them were adventure shows and, like, there wasn't a lot of pure comedy gag mentality shows. A lot of them were, Monster of the Week, Story of the Week, Adventure. Timon and Pumbaa was a show that was a rare burst of not only Looney Tunes energy, but like Amblin Animaniacs, like Tiny Toons kind of energy from the Disney unit. It was basically all the good gag writers and all the good comedic writers just having fun with 11-minute segments every week starring Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King. And what's great about this show, first of all, they do a lot of things right. I mean, basically, they take the template of a lot of Daffy Duck and Porky Pig cartoons, only with Timon and Pumbaa in those roles. They have Nathan Lane for season 1, but they get a sound-alike for the later seasons, and honestly, the sound-alike fits this show a lot better. Just gets what the cartoon show thing is going for more than Nathan Lane did. Ernie Sabella they have for the whole show, so he's great. And they just do fun, goofy cartoon plots. Most of them take place in the jungle, some don't. Most of them are Timon and Pumbaa cartoons. Some involve Rafiki, some involve Zazu. It's basically just all these different gag-based, but also gags at the speed of like 100 miles an hour in the most old school gag mentality ways with these characters. I watched this a lot as a kid. It was on a lot on Toon Disney, and there are a lot of these shows that I laughed very hard at just because of it's just a very simple both concept and execution, but it works out, and they just get a lot of really ingenious gag ideas from it. And then me and Mark looked at some episodes from this very recently, and it still holds up. The Looney Tunes energy is there. There's an episode which is a Western pastiche that has just some of the most bizarre, almost Animaniacs-esque gags, and I'm kind of here for it. So I think I just appreciate the show because it feels so different, because it feels so against the curve or ahead of the curve versus a lot of the more generic and very Disneyfied and very calm, put into place sort of shows that were on at the time on this block. But yeah, this is very much a Jordan show, and even if it doesn't get very far, like a lot of my picks, I'm glad I got to talk about it here.
What really threw me off, what I thought was kind of crazy as I was watching it, was this idea that we can be in the savannah of The Lion King and then just leave and go to Paris for an episode and meet an actual human being.
It's a cartoon. You can do whatever you want.
No, just because like in the world of The Lion King, the idea of ever leaving the Pride Land seems so foreign to me that when you actually see another human being in this Lion King show, it really threw me off.
Yeah.
But everything you said is accurate. I did get this Looney Tunes Animaniacs is a good way to describe it because it's not always Timon and Pumbaa styled. The only thing I thought I thought it might be better if it went like 7 minutes per sketch instead of 11, because I do think that they draw some of the bits out a little bit too long.
Okay, I don't completely agree, but I see where you're coming from.
That's fine. I mean, would you agree that the voice acting in this isn't as good as the Lion King voice actors?
Well, I mean,
from the movie?
yes, but I think
Almost an unfair comparison.
for this being a cartoon show, I think it fits better.
Yeah, no, I had fun with it.
Yeah, cool.
If we want, we can transition right on the 4 to right on the 4 to American Dragon, These Nuts Across Your Face. But you start, I gotta go refill a water, but you can just start off, yeah.
American Dragon Jake Long is a sort of an action adventure series. It's set in New York, and the main character is Jake Long, who is a Chinese American teenager who is descended from a long line of people that can transform into dragons.
Who's he played by, Mick?
Dante Basago.
Damn right.
Zuko.
Yeah.
Or Rufio, if you're cool like me.
Yeah. He is being trained in how to be a dragon by his grandfather, who owns a electronic shop on Canal Street. And he's voiced by Keon Young.
Oh, wow.
And the big part of the show is just it's a rather simple show, all things considered. It's a bit of a Danny Phantom type thing, where it's, he's basically a superhero who kind of lives a double life, and has to deal with his dual identity and whatnot. Jake is kind of a stereotypical kind of like cool teenager kind of character.
Yeah, cool.
Like, yeah, I said cool in like
Taylor agrees.
I know.
Yeah, and anyway, the premise is, like I said, the premise is him trying to balance his life as basically a magical superhero, being able to transform into a dragon, with his normal life as a high schooler, or middle schooler, and then high schooler, I think. And so a lot of the show is kind of a Monster of the Week thing, where, dealing with different magical creatures that threaten his neighborhood in Manhattan. What's going on? The main villain of the show is the main villains of the show are this group called the Hunts Clan, who just hunt after magical creatures. If you don't mind me spoiling a plot point, one of the members of the Hunts Clan turns out to be his girlfriend, who is also living a secret life as someone who hunts magical creatures.
Yep.
I think you learned that in the pilot, though.
Yeah. Also, Clancy Brown plays the main villain in the show again.
You
Playing
fucking
the dark
He's
dragon.
What is wrong with this man?
Yeah. Oh,
It's work. He wants work.
yeah.
He loves voice acting.
He loves Disney, I guess.
Yeah.
I hate
He
He likes money.
so much.
I
like money.
The dragon's
Money.
causing mischief for me customers. Go deal with it.
But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, and there's a talking dog named Foo Dog, who's voiced by John DiMaggio. And the fact that I said he's a dog voiced by John DiMaggio, you can probably fill in the rest of his character.
Yeah, Jake from
profile.
Adventure Time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, he's very much a dog person. I'm learning as time goes on.
Yeah, I think what I remember is he's basically like kid-friendly Bender in the show.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly what he is.
They also have like a Denzel Crocker character.
Yes, Professor Rotwood, who is determined to prove that magical creatures exist.
Dragons!
Is he voiced by Carlos?
Carlos Alazraqui.
No, he's voiced by Paul Rugg.
Oh, Rug?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
Who was one of the many writers in mind behind the Animaniacs.
his name is Paul Rugg,
Yeah, Paul Rugg.
who played Ant Mag.
He also created Freakazoid.
Co-starring with Deadpool.
Okay.
No,
Stop
Christian.
it.
It's
Christian, I need to
feels
know.
bad.
I was trying to think of like how can I do what can I do, and you beat me to it.
Yes, I know your game.
No,
I've
Mick,
infected you.
I do have a question for you, Mick.
Yep.
Which design? Because I know season 2 they changed the design.
Oh yeah, so this is one of those shows where like season 1 and season 2 look totally different.
Like
Yeah.
chaotic.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
Gumball.
Did you ask me which one I prefer?
Yeah.
I think I prefer season 1 designs.
Typical Dipsifica shipper mentality.
How did you do that? That's so hard to say.
I
You said
read.
it by saying it.
Typical Dipsifica shipper. Oh, it's hard. It's difficult.
Typical Dipsificus shipper.
Difficult.
Typical Dipsificus fisher.
SDC
Seal. Yeah, we got it.
says Sergio.
Do we want to go to the vote?
I think so.
Nah.
I think so.
Unless anyone has anything more to say about.
American.
I don't know
Dragon,
anything.
Jake
How's your
Strong.
day?
I had steak fries for dinner.
Steak fries.
Hi, my name's Christian, last name, and you're having steak fries. we're gonna start.
I'll just make the logo in steak fries.
Steak.
Fries.
We're gonna start with Graham.
All over American Dragon, Jake Loom.
Loon?
Loom.
Loon.
Tail Long.
Tail
American Dragon, Jake Tail Long.
I love Dante Bosco. Jake is really annoying.
It's true.
He's got very douchey gangster energy. He tries way too hard to sound cool. I'm not saying he's not a good friend to his friends, but these egocentric characters who try to be as hip and happening as possible are just so infuriating to me. And I'm sorry, Mick. I enjoyed the other stuff he put on. I was not very into American Dragon Jake Long.
That's fair. I didn't rewatch it, and I'm sure I'd agree with you if I rewatched it.
I will say, if someone gave, because there does seem to be a larger story, if someone gave me like, here are just the story canon episodes, I'd consider like watching an abridged version of it, maybe. But I'm gonna vote for Timon and Pumbaa.
Not liking the main character is a rough sell for anyone.
Yeah, and I think in like the first episode, it's a bunch of fart jokes too. So
I was gonna also say, doesn't his dog Foo actually like bet against him multiple times?
I don't know, man. Foo Dog to me was just okay. So it's Jake the dog, but worse.
But he bets against you a lot of the time.
But also before Jake the Dog. This was before.
I know, but they got it right the second time.
It's even better the second time. Jordan, I absolve you of your nickname.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Timon and Pumbaa is a cartoon that loves being a cartoon. I'm voting for Timon and Pumbaa.
I think I wrote that note exactly as you described it. I think I wrote cartoon that knows to be a cartoon.
And loves it, yeah.
Mick Pacific?
I think I'm going to vote for American Dragon Jake Long because I've seen it. I actually didn't know about Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, damn. All right.
I didn't know the show existed prior to this.
You'd really like it, I think.
I'm sure.
I am Timon. Timon is incredibly bright. He can talk, read, and write. And Pumbaa.
And Pumbaa is here. And Vinny, wrap this one up.
So I'm actually in the same boat as Mick. I'm gonna vote for American Dragon Jake because I didn't know there was a Timon and Pumbaa show.
Curse me being too old.
I knew there was a Lion King 1.5, but not a Timon and Pumbaa show.
Lion 1.5.
We're like the same age, all right?
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Skippity Riz.
Oh no.
But I think to hear Dante Bosco not voice a like overly serious character.
Yeah, going from Prince Zuko to American Dragon Jake Long is
it is a culture shock, I gotta say. It is a bit.
He was doing them both around the same time too.
Yeah. Which
fucking gets into the booth, goes, I have to avenge my honor, and then like 5 minutes. Yo, Shiggy Diggy, what's up, man?
I got burned by my dad.
Cut that out.
Wiggity whack, yo.
Just cut.
No, I'm putting that on my wall.
Putting it on your wall? How do you put sound on your wall, Jordan?
Carefully.
You take the waveform, Christian, and you put it on a poster board.
And then when people show up, they're like, Jordan, why do you have this waveform on your wall?
It's a long story.
This is Taylor almost saying.
Yeah, don't you say what? Don't you make out loud the part that I'm not saying.
A museum of unfinished sound bites.
Nonetheless, it is now time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the House of Mouse.
Hell yeah!
And inside, the only resident of House of Mouse is Jordan.
If I had, I forgot to include it on my list. I definitely would have included House of Mouse on my
well,
thing.
Mick's knocking on the front door of House of Mouse, it seems. Jordan, you'll decide if you get to let him in. But also around this area is Phineas and Ferb and their best friend Taylor. So, Jordan, Taylor.
Did I get custody of Phineas and Ferb?
Did someone else have it?
I had it in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Did someone else have it as an entry? Did I miss that?
Jordan, it's up to you because I've gone first, but you just went first, so
I just went first, so I think you should go.
Okay.
Take it away.
You know, as I watch more and more television, I constantly find myself feeling that shows that rely too much on episodic storytelling without a lot of continuity can really suffer as a result. But I feel like Phineas and Ferb is one of the only shows that actually does the episodic formula correctly, and it really holds up in individual bubbles as a result. We always know what we're going to do today. We're always going to lose sight of Perry, and Ferb will always talk once, maybe twice. It's a show that just has a lot of consistently good parts to each episode. We'll get good, we'll get fun musical numbers or mid musical numbers depending on what episode you're watching. But like one good scare ought to do you some good, and Busted are such great songs. I'm very into. This is another example of a show where I'm very into like the supporting cast. I never thought I'd care about Buford the bully as much as I do, but he has so many good lines in this show. He just has this line, "I have molds of all my friends." And then there's this one episode where he like, you know how when like you're waiting in line and they have those like line stoppers? Do you know what I'm talking about? What's that called? There's a
What?
What?
when you're like,
It's like he's trying to speak to me. I know it.
when you're waiting in line and like they want you to follow a certain path, so they break up the line with like little line holders.
Those things, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, is it the thing that, like, in Shrek, the Lord Farquaad mascot, like, runs
Those
around?
ropes, right? Those ropes.
Line ropes, basically. Yeah, ropes is a good word for it. So, like, Buford just, like, pulls out a line rope, and they're like, "Where'd you get that?" And he goes, "I'll never tell." He's just got such good lines.
That was such a lead up to just such an okay joke. I'm so sorry.
It was way funnier when I didn't have to remember what a fucking line. Shut up.
No. So I actually did look it up. They're called crowd controllers, basically.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't.
Crowd controllers.
Needlessly ominous.
I know.
Needlessly ominous for an "I'll never tell" joke from Buford. Baljeet and Isabella are always really fun. And then, that's just the A plot. Then you get to the part that everybody cares the most about. Where's Perry? Oh, he's with Dr. Doofenshmirtz. And look, I can take or leave Perry, but Doofenshmirtz is...
Oh my god.
I could list obvious quotes from this guy for days. From his parents forgetting to show up to his birth, to whenever... There's this episode where Perry shows up, he's like, "Oh, you're early. Why don't you wait in my waiting room before I'm ready for you?" He's just he has this great bit where like he has Perry captured and he just like hangs out and eats chips. He's like, "I don't understand genies. Like why is it that like you ask for like infinite wishes and so they like turn you into frogs? Like who benefits from that? The genie? Genies are your problem, not me."
I love how Dan Povenmire writes.
And then Phineas himself is such an excellent protagonist because he is another one of those people, he's one of those heart of gold characters who wants to do everything in his life to make life better for the people around him. Every episode, it's not he's just trying to have fun for himself. He wants to make everyone's life around him better. And that makes him so likable. And that's why this is my only real gripe with the show. This is why I don't exactly get Candace. Someone explain this to me. Someone explain the teenage girl who hates her bratty brothers, that stereotype that seemed to be a thing in the Cartoon Network era of this time. I don't know if these people are real, but I never understood why she was so determined to bust her brothers for just trying to make people's lives better.
Well, because quite often it was in incredibly dangerous and destructive ways, like building a roller coaster in their backyard.
Yeah, I never got that Candace hated her brothers. I got the impression that she was worried about their safety because of what they were doing was clearly dangerous.
I'm not sure I picked up on that,
maybe,
to be honest.
I think that's how it started, but if every single time, like, if I had a sibling and they were, like, fucking pulling off, like, Tony Stark and Hank Pym bullshit in my backyard, but every time I try to get my mom see it. And that would be I become obsessed with it just so I could prove to my mom that it happened.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
that's-
At some point, it becomes her trying to prove that she's not insane.
That's the thing. Like towards the end of the show, they really lean into the idea that now she's not the stereotypical teen. Now she is just this crazy person who is like got a like at a certain point, she goes from bratty girl to Denzel Crocker, and
Yeah.
and that's when she works. Like by the time we get to the Candace versus the Universe movie, I get her. So like again, it's another element of the show that eventually worked itself out. Also, gotta commit to the fact that every line from the theme song, they have to like make everything that they do over that vacation canon in the show. So like there's an episode where they give a monkey a shower, and like you're giving a monkey a shower, and Ferb's like, yes, had to be done.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah,
And they got
It's-
Bowling for Soup did the theme song.
Yeah.
it's
What do we do?
it's
We should do that one of these days.
No. I think it's an entertaining show. Personally, like I will and just to echo what Taylor said about it, in the sense of like there's always something that they're gonna do that day and whatnot. I also just like it in the sense of like it's you never know what exactly they're gonna do. You know, it's always something different. It's always something like outlandish and whatnot. But it's not the creators, like they don't try to one up themselves in every episode with what Phineas and Ferb decide to do in each one. You know, just as long as it's outlandish, or just as long as it's something that you don't really see kids doing and whatnot. And I think that's honestly one of the show's like strengths, that a lot of like Monster of the Week kind of shows suffer from, where they like introduce one thing and then it's like, okay, now we have to like figure out how we're going to top this the next episode, and then the next one and the next one and whatnot.
And that's why I'm saying, from the perspective of the episodic formula, actually stays consistently entertaining throughout it. They do occasionally throw in an episode, a period of continuity. Like there's a halfway point of the show, and they have a finale, and they have certain ways to build certain things out.
There is a moment where, which I actually really like, where like Phineas doesn't know what they're gonna do today, because then they like actually go over like, oh wow, we've actually done
Evil Phineas
so
be
much.
like.
Yeah, it's like we've done so much. Like, what haven't we done at this point? Oh God, you know, like he has like that existential crisis at one point.
Mom, Phineas and Ferb are running a crack den.
Oh God. But I will say too, I also just like the family dynamic of it, because yes, while Candace may seem like she wants to like get her brother in trouble, I just to add on to it, it's not so much that she wants to again prove that she's not crazy, because there is an episode where she can easily get the proof, but to like bust her brothers finally, but it would come at the cost of Phineas getting like really hurt, and she decides, nah, screw it, he's my brother, I'm not gonna like let him, you know, get majorly hurt or at worst die from something that, you know, I need validation for, you know. And I think that's where like I come from personally with Candace. Doesn't hate her brothers, she just wants to not see them get hurt, kind of deal.
We'll switch over to House of Mouse, but those pitching House of Mouse, take your time.
Okay. So. No,
Yeah, I know we went a little bit long on Phineas and Ferb. I want to make sure you get all your thoughts
I mean,
out.
can you blame them? Because like Phineas and Ferb is a great show. I mean, like I have my own things to say about it that I'll get to in the vote. House of Mouse is a great show because it is hinging on the fact that, which is something I love whenever people do, is everything takes place in the same universe and all the characters are friendly and they put on a show together. And you pan to the audience and you see all the different characters from all the Disney movies, most of them voiced by the people that voice them. And they basically put on a show together, and it's a bridging sequence for old school and new Disney shorts, which is a winner for me because I love Disney shorts. But I like that it's basically, you get the backstage sort of drama of the week, and you get like, you know, with the ins and outs of putting on a show, and you get the dynamics between Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy and things. and there's a lot of really fun things that they do. I think that in terms of the use of these flagship characters, I think Paul Rudish did a bit more like subversive material. But I think, yeah, as Mark's saying, it's very much like a Muppet Show kind of thing. These characters bouncing off of each other, and you seeing sort of these edges of them that you don't see when they're not in the cartoons. And it's also just great to see all these other characters in the audience, and just
if I can say something.
Go.
One thing they do really well is like just drawing from like the entire Disney canon and being like, we'll throw this in an episode. Like I know there's an episode where Daisy was determined to she wanted to do a magic act. And she went into their props department and found the Black Cauldron. Accidentally summoned an army of the undead to attack the house.
Fun.
And it's
you can
like
tell that they have fun coming up.
The Black Cauldron. Who does that?
Yeah, well, they have basically, you can tell they have all the different characters and ideas at their disposal, and they can do all these fun things within the Disney umbrella. And it's very much just, it's a safe sort of like, tribute to the best of the property. It's not as subversive as they'd later get, but it's just a very cool idea. I watched a lot of these. These were like well marketed on Disney Channel and on Toon Disney. But like, it's just a really cool concept that it always charmed me. It's not like the most funny and the most gag friendly one, but it's just a nice time.
I meant to watch more of this. I had like written out like a starting point for notes. I had gotten through one episode, and then I think I just kind of forgot to come back to it through no like fault of the shows.
Yeah.
I got enough to recognize that it's basically the SNL of Disney.
Pretty much.
But I suppose in that case we can go to the vote. I believe we were starting with Graham.
I really do love House of Mouse, but I think I have to love Phineas and Ferb a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of an uphill battle for this one, honestly.
Yeah.
Then I believe that would go to Taylor next.
Finn.
What was that?
E. Ass.
E. Oh.
Ampersand.
Oh.
Her. I'm making sounds with my mouth because it makes me happy.
That's you're so real for that. Jordan.
The thing is, I actually do really like Phineas and Ferb. I didn't watch it until it was on. I was on vacation with some of my younger cousins, and they had it on. And I'm like, well, I guess now's my opportunity. And I really liked it. It was like just really fun energy. I love how Dan Povenmire writes. It's just a really good idea for a show. And I also watched the Star Wars special, and I really like that. I think that this is ultimately going to win, and I'm only voting for House of Mouse because there is a chance it could potentially upset, because I know Mick might vote for it. So, House of Mouse.
House of Mick?
This one's tough. I'm gonna vote for House of Mouse though, only because I really like the show. I've got a lot of fond memories of it, but it's close because Phineas and Ferb is strong.
Oh,
it's so strong.
Great.
And then finally, Vinny.
I'm gonna go with Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
It's 102 days of summer vacation. Something I've never seen the show.
104 days of summer vacation.
That's the one.
Along just to end it.
Fun fact: I have
Isn't
never.
That the tune of the theme from Pac-Man World 2?
So that's where they got it from, huh? Yeah, I've never seen a full episode of any of these shows except for Gravity Falls, so all of this is fucking Greek to me.
It's all uncharted territory.
Did you say Greek or Grink? I heard Grink.
Yeah, it's so Greek to me, dude.
There?
I'll take a Grink to that one.
For the Grinkler.
You're so skibidi. You're so Phantom Deck. All right. Speaking of curiosity, definitely curious about one of these next fucking things.
Really?
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, which is a Jordan pick going up against Kick Buttowski, Suburban Daredevil.
Buttowski.
It's actually pronounced Buttowski, since it is a Polish last name. But then again, I don't think they were really thinking about that.
He's got you there.
I don't think
sounded like he knew his shit, so I relent.
I don't think they were thinking of that when they named the character this, though. So I marked this as either a Graham or Vinny, but nobody attributed themselves to it. Nobody wants to take responsibility. Nonetheless,
responsibility for it.
All right, Vinny, you will be taking responsibility for Kick Buttowski.
Graham take responsibility for it.
Okay, Graham, it's yours now.
Fine. I'll suck your slings and arrows.
Thank you.
You now have custody over this. Jordan, Graham, which of you would want to go first?
I can do either one.
I can talk really quick about Kick Buttowski.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Kick Buttowski is a show.
Holy fuck.
You're doing great.
Dear God.
About a child daredevil named Kick Buttowski. Growing up in the suburbs, he has to deal with like his brother, calls him Dillweed a lot, and his best friend Gunter, who is like a descendant from Viking. And the only other really thing I'll mention is the voice actor for Gunter would both go on to be in Breaking Bad and also play Wedge in the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, he's a very fun guy. He's in a TV sitcom I used to watch a lot, too.
What is this mysterious TV sitcom?
I kind of don't want to say.
Two Broke Girls.
I hate that show. I fucking hate Two Broke Girls. Oh my god!
I'm like, what could he not want to admit?
Two Broke Girls is such a bad show. Oh my god, I don't like Two Broke Girls. I sat and watched it for 2 seasons to have a show to watch with my dad, and I could have stopped it at any time, and I kept watching it. I fucking hate. Anyways.
You could have stopped.
I hit a nerve. I'm so sorry.
A lot of revelations in this yearly.
Yeah.
Do you think Pierce Morgan can get me a job at Pierce One? Shut up, Kat Dennings. What are we talking about? What are we doing here?
But yeah, it's a show. I watched it when it came on. I don't remember a thing about it.
So maybe I can help then, because I went to both Vinny and Graham, who put this up. I said, "Can you guys give me episode recommendations?" And both of you said no.
Yep, straight up no.
So I had to find my own path through this show. And I'm going to tell you guys something. This show surprised me the most out of everything I hadn't seen on this bracket. And I mean that in a good way. The show is actually surprisingly really fun. It kind of reminds me of Samurai Jack in the fact that it's a mostly silent protagonist forming a way around action-based sequences. Kick Buttowski is a cool protagonist without being cocky. He's a bit of a screw-up, but he uses failure to motivate him, and he doesn't take out his frustrations on others. He's not mean. He's kind to those that he respects, and he seeks vengeance on those who wrong him. Of course, this is all from me seeing 2 episodes, so it could get really stupid. But I actually almost sat down and tried to watch the whole show. I didn't, but like, if there was any show on here that like I was introduced to through this that I wanted to see all the way through, it was gonna be Kick Buttowski.
It's a major plot twist right there.
I was like really like, wow, I'm really into this show that surprisingly makes the stunt double guy get naked and show off his butt a little too much.
Mick, this is a bigger twist than your fanfic reveal.
It's not. His fanfic reveal is way bigger, but
it's legendary.
But like, yes.
Someone enjoying Kick Buttowski.
You guys put it on the bracket.
I don't remember. It was just like, funny name Kick Buttowski. I saw it. I don't remember it.
I liked it. I thought it was a good choice.
No, honestly, I'm glad you liked it, Taylor. I mean that like genuinely. I'm not saying that like sarcastically or whatever.
What would you rather me said? Kick Buttowski is the fucking worst thing that ever came into human television. Kick Buttowski more like Kick But Ow.
That would be way funny.
No. Well, you know, as they say, nothing gets the viewer engagement up like a contrasting opinion. So, you know. There's that.
Buttowski.
I liked this show about the 11-year-old stuntman. I corrected myself. I fixed it. Two Broke Girls is such a bad show.
We should have
That's
put
gonna
that on
be
the bracket.
I was gonna say petition for the thumbnail of this yearly's to be Kat Dennings.
I can make that.
I just went on the Wikipedia for Kick Buttowski, and this was the first animated series for Disney XD.
Yeah, that's true.
I also think like the animation is very sharp. They got really bold outlines. It looks really visually nice.
Yeah, like it matches like the tone of the show that they're going for, like with the just that like this is a kid that isn't afraid to like do very dangerous stunts. Like it's very much like animated Evel Knievel. If I had to like.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah,
I looked it up.
it's
Crick's grandfather, played by Clancy Brown.
You fucking cocksucker.
Me boy,
Listen,
we got to Buttowski.
I feel like Clancy Brown and Kevin Michael Richardson are like in a competition to see how many roles they can.
Kevin's winning. I promise you, Kevin is winning.
I'm pretty sure he is, Taylor. I'm willing to bet he is.
He was
But
another
that's not
character.
I'm trying.
I think Clancy Brown really likes Disney, is what I'm learning.
And
I think-
Nickelodeon.
I think the thing about it is that Clancy Brown is also such a big actor in other ways that it's so odd to see him going through so many.
Yeah, like it
You
always
were in
surprises me.
The Shawshank Redemption opposite Morgan Freeman.
That's what I mean.
He's
Is
a
that like
Highlander.
he's in these like big like Academy Award winning films, and also he's playing fucking random characters in fucking Kick Buttowski.
He's in the Shawshank Redemption and is the main villain of Jack 2. Clearly equivalent roles.
Here's the Holy Trinity. It's Clancy Brown, Kevin Michael Richardson, and D. Bradley Baker for voice actors that have probably most roles.
It does make me think though. It's like, how did they not get him for Battle of the Bikini Bottom, considering everything else that he said yes to?
He was probably busy with another role, or he didn't have to pay a month's rent or
I'm
something.
too busy in Kick Buttowski, boy. I don't have time for this trash. I'm in real art.
Real art.
Anyway, I don't know if anyone else has anything to say about Kick Buttowski, but we can move into Buzz Aldrin's Star Command.
Oh, jeez. So, Buzz Lightyear Star Command. So, remember a couple of years ago where they put out the Lightyear Pixar movie, and they went, this was the show, this was the real man that the toy was based off of, forgetting that they had done a whole animated series that was supposed to be the tie-in for the toy. This is way better, this show, than anything that dumb little Pixar movie could have done. It is this entire wonderful action space adventure that basically puts Buzz Lightyear in all these wonderful scenarios, like a Star Trek sort of little go team with him and a couple other fun characters, including Booster, who's a big alien, and XR, who's a robot. And they go on all these sorts of adventures and meet these all sort of like, it can get a little Monster of the Week, but also it's like weird, like a cross between sci-fi concepts and horror concepts. There's a wire wolf. There's a vampire named Nos 482. Yeah, a wire wolf. A werewolf that turns into like a machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there's
Full
these
moon,
really
I transform into wires.
It's these really cool sci-fi concepts, and the action's really good, but also at the same time, like it's very comedy based as well, because they have Patrick Warburton as Buzz, and they have Wayne Knight as Emperor Zurg. Yes, they do. And
hello, Zurg.
It's a good balance of good comedy writing and good comedy plots, and also just really epic story, and it's like very much like in the same realm as like good sci-fi serials of its time. And I watched a ton of this on Toon Disney, and I watched the pilot movie that was released on VHS, and Tim Allen was included in it, and they did over Patrick Warburton's parts for that alone. And this is a really cool show, guys, and I'm glad I grew up with it.
I've also seen a few episodes of Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
All right, good endorsement there.
I saw the pilot for it, and I know Buzz loses one of his space friends or space commanders, I think.
Yeah, it's a
never
good
knew
little
if he
emotional
actually survived
hook to
or
it.
not. Yeah, I never knew if he actually survived or not.
I watched Toy Story.
Okay,
Which is what the toy's based off of, right?
I like Woody.
he's not really in this one that much.
Who likes
I like-
Woody?
I like Woody.
I like Woody.
I like turtles.
Yeah, like I said before, doing a lot of the Toon Disney shows sort of put me in a sort of a disadvantage with this Showlies, but I'm still doing it.
I mean, that's the thing, right? It's that varying perspective that makes these brackets interesting. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Mark brings this up. The Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin is based on the TV show. That's really cool. I forgot about that. Yeah.
also, is that a picture? Mark, did you send a picture of Clancy Brown? Is that him?
Yeah, that's what
man.
Clancy Brown looks like. You've never seen him
That's-
before?
I've seen him before. It's just I didn't ever seen him so intimidating. Like he's looking right at me.
Oh, that's how he always looks. Trust me.
Yeah,
Just making sure that's not Wayne
Kurgan.
Knight. It's the one above.
he's looking. No, not that guy. he's
Question.
looking at me and he's like, "Yeah,
That's just my dad, man. I don't know what's happening.
your dad's Clancy Brown.
You fucking cocksucker.
You fucking cocks." Clancy Brown's looking at me and he's like, "I'm
And
gonna voice
I,
you."
I looked it up. Clancy Brown, Buzz Lightyear, Star Command.
Oh God, really?
This is gonna
What
be
is
a
he not
Spot the
in?
Ratzenberger, but with Clancy Brown.
In Haunted Moon, he plays tough.
I say we bail out of here.
Wow.
Ryan
I think
Stiles
it's
did one
time
as
we
well.
kick the Buttowski of this vote. Whose turn is it? I think it's Graham's turn.
Still Graham, yeah.
Yeah. I've probably seen Kick Buttowski more than I've seen Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
Yeah.
So I'm voting for Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
Oh, really? Okay.
I saw it coming. Did you?
No, it wouldn't be a yearlies if someone didn't cannibalize their own entry.
Okay.
Taylor,
I did it earlier.
yeah.
I almost did it with House of Mouse over at Phineas and Ferb, but I decided not to.
Jordan, it's an action show in space. Are you going to be upset with me if I
Yeah,
vote for Kick
I've lost
Buttowski?
you.
I did
Well,
not. I
you
did
like
not.
Dick Buttowski, so I'm not upset with
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to be honest. I did not like Buzz Lightyear. I was very bored. I'm sorry.
it. Okay. And hey, it's not for everyone, but it was for
I'm,
me.
I'm
so that's
sorry
why it's not.
because I know you made the show. And
It's
More
space.
like bored like
Yes.
Star Command.
Yes,
Ah!
Yes, fun fact, I was the executive producer on this show when I was 5. So
You're
yes, I did
Clancy
pick the-
That
Brown?
is honestly really
It
impressive.
could be worse, Jordan. You could have made Two Broke Girls. Why is the theme song a cowbell?
Oh my god.
I have a fever.
Like, why
Taylor,
is
this
the
is funnier
prominent
than
instrument in the Two Broke Girls theme song a cowbell?
This is funnier than the running gag you brought, Taylor.
It really is, I gotta say.
I didn't even hear you because I was still seething with rage.
I love the idea of Two Broke Girls being like Taylor's version of insulting Josuke's hair, where it's like if you bring up Two Broke Girls, Taylor cannot focus on anything else but being mad at.
Oh, I just wasted
It's
so
like,
much of
hang
my
on.
life trying to enjoy that show.
It's a personal
Hmm.
thing for Taylor.
But which of these two shows that are not Two Broke? And instead of Two Broke Girls,
did I
it's two
forget to,
cool
did I forget
shows.
to vote?
No, he voted.
Oh,
I
he
thought
did.
I thought it was clear that I was voting for Kick Buttowski, but I
You voted for
absolutely
Kick
could have gone into a
Buttowski.
fugue state and just ranted about Two Broke Girls.
What the fuck did you say about Two Broke Girls?
If so, I apologize. I'm voting for Kick Buttowski because I think I made it clear Kick Buttowski was the surprise hit of this bracket for me.
All right, Jordan.
I'm voting for Buzz Lightyear of Star Command to infinity and beyond.
We have reached beyond. Mick?
So I just want to say something. I've been watching through me and Clanky have been watching through Psych and The Simpsons, and the reason Two Broke Girls was on my mind is because the episode we watched recently, there's a villain in the series played by Anthony Michael Hall, and he has a line where he's like, "I gotta go home and watch Two Broke Girls. I want to see what funny situation the girls are into this week." So that's why it was on my mind.
Thing. They're trying to make money for their cupcake business. It's the fucking and then there's offensive stereotype on and Jennifer Coolidge is here.
Not Chuck Lorre's finest hour.
Jennifer Coolidge is always what's wacky neighbor Jennifer Coolidge going to do?
Well, what is she gonna do?
I don't know. I don't really like
Really
the show.
struck a nerve.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, I was about to say, okay, Buzz Lightyear.
Really?
I was like, where in that did you ingrain the code for your vote?
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify that because I was like, I brought up Two Broke Girls. It kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere.
Fair. The Two Broke Girls is an anagram for Kick Buttowski. And then finally, Vinny.
I'm gonna vote for Kick Buttowski.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What? Oh no, Buzz Lightyear won.
Yeah, because me, Graham, and Mick all voted for it.
Well,
I blacked out, to be honest. So I
blacked.
It's okay. Cat Dennings
Hi.
can't hurt you.
It's okay.
Hi, I'm Christian last name, and you're
You're
watching Two Broke Girls.
Girls.
It's like, yeah. This is Sometimes.
Wait, Christian, does that mean you and Mick are the broke girls?
Mick, we have to save our cupcake business. I know exactly. I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do round 8.
I'm sorry.
Wizards of Waverly Place. Vinny, you are a wizard of Waverly Place.
Yay!
And going up against.
Wait, I'm not supposed to tell you guys that.
I think you get banished into the
Not as
barrel
bad
of
as being a
crabs.
broke
And then, is this pronounced Pucca?
Pucca.
Like the enemy from Dig Dug, Pucca.
Sure.
Mick did that.
Yeah.
So
He pooked all over the floor.
I go into the ring and I puka all over the ring.
all over my polka dots.
All right,
Oh,
Mick, Vinny, which of you fight it out? Who do you want to start?
I'll let Mick go.
Okay, Mick, when you're ready.
All right. Pucca is probably one of the most obscure shows on this bracket. Pucca aired on Disney had a Toon Disney had this block called Jetix, which was basically their attempt to compete with Toonami, and a lot of my Disney watching was watching stuff on Jetix. There are some shows which I decided not to include because they didn't feel like they really they fit the bracket. Like I didn't want to put on I considered putting Power Rangers Mystic Force on the bracket, but they didn't really quite feel like a Disney show. And so
the Sentai bracket, we'll do it then.
Yeah. Pucca, there's not really a better place for it. So Pucca is based on a Korean cartoon, but the show itself was made in North America for a North American audience. The premise of the show is how should I sum it quickly? Imagine if Pepe Le Pew was a preteen girl with the powers of Superman.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
I think.
I think they made a Twilight Zone episode about this.
I saw it. I didn't get the impression she had Superman powers.
Imagine if you will.
All the stuff
not
that
Superman.
you
So,
as well.
Who,
yeah. So the premise of the show is that there's a girl. Pucca, who she's 11 years old. She's raised by three chefs who run a noodle shop, and she delivers noodles for them. A lot of the premise of the show is based on the fact that she has a huge crush on the ninja who defends the town named Garo. Neither of their two main characters are Pucca and Garo. Neither of them speak. They at most grunt and laugh. You know, they never speak though. They just make sense.
Whenever Garu runs, he gets theme music for when he runs.
Yeah.
Okay. Important question: Is there any voice acting in the show?
Yes, there is. Everyone except them speaks. They're
Okay,
just the two ones.
good because I never guess.
Well,
Is Clancy Brown in there?
Clancy Brown is in Pucca.
No, he's not.
We could have played Spot the Brown.
On the Pucca, the episode Chef Nap. The chef get kidnapped. Pucca and her friends try to save them. The guest stars. And then it's a long list of guest stars, starting with Dan Castellaneta, second Clancy Brown.
Yeah, no. So Pucca is voiced, quote unquote, by Tabitha St. Germain, and Garu is voiced by Brian Drummond.
Oh wow!
Wait,
what's Sonic the Hedgehog?
The episodes are short. Like each episode is like 7 minutes. But they're bundled in threes, and basically every single episode is based on the premise that, Garu is a serious ninja who's trying to defend the town and fight off evil ninjas, and he likes being alone and in silence. And Pucca is obsessed with him, and she is also incredible. This is kind of the thing, is that like if I were to say like what is the most basic by the numbers plot this show has, it would be an episode in which Garu is fighting like some evil ninja clan. He something stupid causes him to get defeated, and then Pucca shows up and Deus Ex Machina saves him and then forcibly kisses him.
Yep.
She is unreasonably powerful. She can run faster than a train. She can catch bullets in her teeth. She can command the seas and the skies to do her whims. She is unreasonably powerful, and it's never explained.
It sounds like if they took the dynamic between Chowder and Panini and made it a whole show.
Yes, like that.
A little bit like that, yeah.
What was it? I think my favorite episode of like Pucca just like being done with like evil ninjas crap is the ping pong episode.
Yes.
One of them knocks out Garo and she just picks up the ping pong table and thwacks the both of them.
Yeah,
And
like
then
it's
she just wins it like that. It happens so fast and it's so funny.
That's the other interesting aspect of the dynamic, is that Garu is having his own rivalry with the ninja. I believe Tobey is his name,
yes.
who in his own right is a Looney Tunes villain of stupidity that Pucca always has to help defeat as Garu's guardian angel. And I think when that complements the other thing, because like there's only so much entertainment you can get out of girl relentlessly smooches boy without his consent. But once you factor in like the ludicrousy of it all, it becomes a much more entertaining thing.
Yeah.
Also, Nick,
yeah.
I don't know if you can help me understand this. I don't know why this is in my notes, but I have in my notes
Santa Claus.
No, I wrote, no, seriously, I once caught a fish this big.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Any idea why I wrote that?
No, not a clue.
Okay.
Maybe you were just pontificating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Joe
like,
took
yeah.
that fishing trip.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird side characters. For example, Puka's best friend Ching is a swordswoman, and she has a pet chicken that sits on her head, and she has a crush on a boy named Abio, who is basically Bruce Lee.
But he hates having his shirt on.
He hates having his shirt on.
Give me.
It is a fun show. I only knew one other person who watched it, and it was a friend of mine from my mixed martial art classes back when I was younger. And and we found out that we both watched Pucca, and it was like learning that someone else, it felt like being led into a secret. Like, holy shit, you know this show?
Bro, you poop?
It's like some lost episode creepypasta. Like you weren't actually watching Pucca. You both were just watching static on a
Yeah.
TV.
You poop, bro?
Yeah. Incidentally, there is a season 3 called Pucca Love Recipe. It's actually has nothing to do with the original show. It's a Korean show that got localized, but advertised as season 3. It's not very good.
Shitty.
Look, I watched Pucca as well, but I only have so many quarters for so many games on the arcade machine. So instead, I'm going to put in this 8, and we're going to switch over to Wizards of Waverly Place.
Did I do 8 minutes on Pucca? What the fuck is wrong with me?
About as long as an average episode.
It is true. I could have just shown you an episode.
That would have been so good.
So basically, Wizards of Waverly Place is another family sitcom, but this time it's about a family of wizards, starring three siblings, Alex, Justin, and Max Russo, who are wizards and are training to basically. They're training for the annual family wizard competition, where once they're both ready, or like basically fully trained wizards, they will engage in a competition where only one of them can be a full wizard, and the rest are just like regular humans. Even though the finale kind of shoots that a little bit in the foot, but I'm not going to spoil that. But basically, it does have like continuity as the show goes on, but sometimes it'll delve into like monster of the week, where like Alex gets into a situation and she has to figure out how to get out of it, usually with the help of her older brother Justin and whatnot. I will say, like, I like this show mainly because, like, at the time when I was watching sitcoms, not really, at least the ones that I was watching, not many of them had a overall continuity. A lot of them felt like very monster of the week or very like situation of the week. This to me felt a little bit different. And I will say, as a plus, I think it's a little bit better than Harry Potter, but that's just me. Controversial hot take. But
less problematic now.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, I think it's just really enjoyable. You know, as it goes on, though, it does start to gently decline in quality, but I am glad that it got a finale, you know, and it ends on a relatively happy note, which is pretty good, you know. And I do think the overarching conflict is really interesting. I wish they delved into it just a little bit more, with how, you know, ultimately, as much as they are siblings, they will have to like face each other to see like who becomes a full wizard at the end of the day. They do like delve into that concept a little bit, but I wish they went a little bit further overall. But I do think it's a nice show, you know.
Didn't they just bring it back as well?
They did. I haven't watched it. I know they did like a reunion episode a while ago. But yeah, because I know the actor that plays Justin and the actress that plays Alex, they wanted to bring it back. And they were like floating that idea around and whatnot. So it's nice.
David Henry and Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Selena Gomez. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is nice to know that, you know, it did get a continuation.
It's okay.
Those wizards do be waverling.
Yep.
This is one of the shows I definitely heard about a lot.
Same. I didn't watch any of it.
I watched quite a bit of it, actually.
It was what was it? It was like the hot new thing. After.
Yeah. In fact, I think I've seen most of it now that I think about it.
Yeah. Like, if you, chances are you've probably like, because a lot of the episodes, at least to me, or not a lot of them, but like at least some of the earlier episodes, they have like that charm to them, in my opinion. that like if you've seen like any bit of it, you'd instantly like recognize where it's from. At least that's what I think.
Incidentally, the show has a Malaysian adaptation called Wizards of Warren Walk, and it's like a total, like, it's the same show, but like they've totally reimagined it and set it in Malaysia.
Wow.
It's very wild. I've never seen a show do something like that before.
Can't believe, it's a shame that Johnny Test blew up Malaysia, so now we'll never be able to get more.
Malaysia could have blown up Johnny Test.
True. Is that everything we have to say about Wizards?
That's everything I have to say
Yeah.
about it.
Last vote of round one. Graham, Wizards of Pucca.
I want to vote for Pucca because I was Clancy Brown in it. Clancy Brown is not the Waverly place, believe it or not. But I've
fucking
watched a lot
cocksucker.
of Waverly.
He's also weirdly not in Gravity Falls,
Yeah.
That's a
Weirdly,
missed
yeah.
opportunity.
which is
Yeah,
shocking
J.K. Simmons
considering it
was okay.
has, everyone else.
Everyone.
It is J.K.
Oh, wow,
Simmons, so at the
sad
very
part.
least you can.
I'm going to vote for Wizards of Waverly place.
Taylor.
I wasn't really into this. It kind of felt like Zack and Cody, but less funny. And I already thought Zack and Cody was pretty cringe, so it kind of just felt like a show with all the cringe and none of the humor. So I think me even saying it was okay was being generous. I didn't really like this. Meanwhile, I found Pucca, the bite-sizedness of Pucca made the pace really enjoyable for me, and I actually ended up watching a lot more of it than I thought I would. So I'm going to vote for Pucca.
Jordan.
I'm voting for Only Murders in the Building. Which means I'm voting for Wizards of Waverly. Because it
That
has Selena
roosted me
Gomez in it.
so hard. Mick.
I'm going to vote for Pucca, even though I have seen a lot of Wizards of Waverly Place.
And then finally, Vinny.
I'm gonna vote for Wizards.
The animated
whole
movie
profession?
Wizards.
Yes, the whole
The Ralph
profession.
Bakshi movie.
Wizards,
Yeah.
witches, oh my.
All right. Let's jet on ahead. Hi,
Yeah.
my name's Christian, last name. And welcome. And you're watching Losers Round 1.
Yeah.
And draw a little Mickey Mouse, but it's like melting. I want one of those things. I want the magic marker that draws the Mickey Mouse logo, but I want it to work on your vision. So if I draw it, it will stay on your eyes, basically. No matter where you look, you'll still see the symbol on your eyes.
The only way
I
to
wanna
get one of those is to become a really traumatized child star.
I don't even know how to respond to
As
that.
if there's any other kind of traumatized star. Incidentally, back to our earlier Zack and Cody conversation. For a while, Dylan Sprouse had quite possibly, I believe it was Dylan, had probably the best Twitter bio that I've ever seen.
Yes.
It was child star who does not now do meth.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
All right.
All right. I'm in the band, everyone. Just wanted to let you know.
Just
Fine.
Get out.
Christian with a trombone in the back.
Oh, you have no, dude. Don't fucking start with me. Don't you start. Don't you. Oh, if Clanky was here. Oh, man. Going up
So
against
true.
the sweet life of Zack and Cody. We're going to start with Vinny.
I'm gonna vote for I'm in the band.
Then we're going to go to Graham.
Give me that sweet life, Zack and Cody.
Sweet Taylor.
I'm sorry, I got stage fright.
Am or Fm?
I vote for Zack and Cody.
Jordan.
Like, I'm still not convinced that I'm in the band is an actual show. Like, there's
You
even a
can't find it on
character that's
streaming.
It is.
there's even a character that looks exactly like the comic relief character from Big Time Rush. Like,
That would be so funny if Vinny put on a fake show. Like
I
if
feel
Vinny
like
just
I'm being
typed in a name.
punked. I have seen some Sweet Like of Zack and Cody, and I'm going to vote for it because it exists.
Phineas, the
I
show
know it
real.
exists.
It
Just
is
type in a
real.
title to fool us.
It is real because it is real,
It is
and I know
real.
because I name dropped Iron Weasel earlier, and he's like, "Yep, that's it." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's
Okay. That would be
Yeah.
so fucking funny if you were able to get away with something like that.
Again, I can also confirm it.
impressed by
I've
myself, honestly.
seen episodes of I'm in the band.
Never seen an episode. I only saw adverts for it.
This is
Here
not
we
a
are.
markup image. I
Good
gotta tell you,
Photoshop,
I was
Vinny.
Photoshop doing that. That's a real thing.
It's so small. It's so small.
Vinny, we don't accept AI art in this yearly.
Yeah,
not
Wayne
even
Knight
AI
looks great in that.
What kind of line would someone have to cross to make up a fake band?
You'd be surprised.
I don't know why.
I mean,
don't know
Milli
why.
Vanilli.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
guys ever
look,
think about frogs?
why would you mention that?
I
That's a
don't
really
No,
know.
we already
weird
talked
line.
about
Why,
Amphibia.
Graham?
We already talked about
Why?
Amphibia.
Mick, end my suffering.
Just realized Zack and Cody.
Okay.
Is that? I missed a vote. Is that 3-2 or 4-1?
I think that's 4-1.
It's
Okay,
probably
cool.
4-1 if I had to guess.
If the second I'm in the band supporter would speak up for forever hold your peace.
Please,
Okay.
please speak
Yeah.
up. Please speak up.
You are
I
not
was
in the
I was
band.
distracted by trying to figure and the conspiracy of whether or not I'm in the band exists.
It exists.
I think it's one of those age-old mysteries, like Bob the Inappropriately Loud Kid.
Yeah, or Polybius.
Well, Bob the Inappropriately Loud Kid exists. I have no evidence of I'm in the band existing.
Wow.
I'm in the
What's
band.
this, IMDb page? I don't believe it.
No.
I'm in the band. The next tentacle of MK Ultra.
God.
DuckTales 2017 versus Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That is Vinny.
I'm gonna go with Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Graham, Earth's Mightiest Graham.
Avengers.
Taylor.
Avengers.
Avengers.
All right, Nick, Jordan, we can't let DuckTales die here. I'm voting for DuckTales.
Jordan.
You honestly believe I would let DuckTales die here? I'm voting for DuckTales, baby.
Mixed vote. Woo!
Am I the tiebreaker?
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
Yeah.
All right. I have seen DuckTales. The only thing I've seen from Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes is a video essay about their handling of Captain America. So I'm gonna vote for DuckTales.
But does it exist?
There is a good. I'll also just say there's a good reason to not vote for Avengers Heroes. I was not going to bring it up until lost. So originally they were going to have Spider-Man in the show, and they had Josh Keaton come in and voice all like Spider-Man lines. And he's like, "Cool, I'm so excited to see me voicing Spider-Man in the Avengers show." And he turned on to watch it, and they replaced all of his lines with Drake Bell,
Rough.
and did not tell him.
Wow.
What
I
a
think
great
did something like
choice.
that. BoJack Horseman.
That is sinister. That's fucking
Yeah,
Adrian Brody and Thin Red Line levels of sinister.
He recorded this, and then it took some time for him to realize
yes.
Man.
that Drake Bell.
Because Ultimate Spider is coming out. We gotta have Drake Bell.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's the face from Spider-Man PS4 all over again.
Yeah.
All right. Timon of Pumbaa versus House and Mouse. Vinny.
It's a great round for me specifically.
You know, whatever happened to House and Mouse? I don't know, which is why I'm going to vote for it.
Sorry, I was trying to think of a joke. Graham. You know how it is.
Much love and respect to Timon of Pumbaa. I'm voting for House of Mouse.
Timon.
Oh, yes, my
Timon
favorite
Pumbaa
seasoning.
again.
Taylor.
Jordan, which one do you like more?
I personally like Timon and Pumbaa better, but it's probably going to be just you and me on that, brother.
Well, see, Jordan, that answer was kind of a coin flip moment for me. I was kind of unsure because I've seen more of Timon and Pumbaa, but I have this sneaking suspicion that if I watched more House of Mouse, I'd probably like it more.
Yeah, honestly, it's definitely the more for everyone kind of show.
I think what Nick said about the Black Cauldron kind of just reminds me, like, this is a show that remembers all of Disney because Disney hates remembering
Absolutely.
Black Cauldron.
It's such
They do.
I think we hate remembering Black Cauldron too.
Like, quick
Shut up,
question.
Black Cauldron's
like, not
amazing.
trying to derail anything, but like,
Yeah, it's not that bad.
is Dark Cauldron a bad movie?
No.
Dark
No,
Cauldron,
it's
maybe.
not.
Black
It's
Cauldron.
one of the most universally
Well
like
done.
in public reception. It's one of the most disliked things, but I think the people who like it really like it. I was just
So-
listening.
So here's the thing with the Black Cauldron, right? Is that it is it is I think one of the big things about it is the fact that it was weirdly dark for the era of Disney it came out in.
Well, if it wasn't dark, it wouldn't be called the Black Cauldron.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
Like
call it Dark
it was
Rainbow?
it was the first Disney animated movie to get a PG rating.
That's
You
dangerous.
'Cause I
know, it was
The first
I-
animated movie to
I
get
know
a
it
PG
has, like, one
rating.
of those-
they had to cut certain scenes because they felt they were too scary for children. Like it's that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
it did not do very well at the box office. But people who have seen it are like, oh, this is great.
Oh yeah, it's a cult masterpiece. Yeah.
Because I know it has like one of the most gruesome deaths ever in a Disney movie.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, actually,
I
that's
said
not
one
true.
of them.
Atlantis,
one,
anyone?
Not
Yeah, Atlantis.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make an argument for Craven.
Yeah.
All of this is to say, I think I'll put my eggs in the House of Mouse.
Wait, when you said Craven, did you mean Clayton, or is there like
I-
Craven the Hunter in a?
They're the kind of the same character.
I know what you mean though. Brian Blessed is
Gorilla.
Craven. Brian Blessed is Craven the Hunter. Can you imagine?
And also the yodel.
Yes. Oh,
Gotta do the bloody yodel.
Brian Blessed is
Jordaniel?
Yeah. Even though it is probably one of my
It's a
favorite
lot.
things on this bracket, I am probably going to go for Timon. I'm not probably. I'm going for Timon and Pumbaa. I'm glad it exists, but I am grateful that House of Mouse is getting some traction.
And then Mick finishes off.
I am voting for House of the Mouse.
The wind rises.
I was born in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
My dad worked on that.
That is a Cactus Arcade
Nice.
reference.
There is
It is
a House
time.
of Mouse in New Orleans.
There's a House of Mouse in New Orleans.
It is now time for kick-ass Suburban Daredevil versus Pucca. Vinny?
I'm gonna go with Pucca.
Me too, brother. Graham?
Both have Clancy Brown in it. I'm voting for Pucca.
Then you must vote for neither of them. Taylor?
You know, you learn to like something, you learn to care about something, you learn to watch something die in losers round one. I'm voting for Kick Buttowski,
Jordan?
which apparently I like more than the two people that put it on the bracket.
Oh, I've been there. GoldenEye 007, anyone?
Oh damn!
Yeah, it's
Jordan.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this is the one matchup where I'm like, I have to really work hard to care about either of these.
Then do
And
what I want.
That's fair.
Here's the thing. Don't worry, Taylor. You'll enjoy this. Is that despite having Charlie Schlatter, who voiced Ace Bunny in Lunatics Unleashed, which I despise,
Oh my.
and Danny Cooksey, who voiced Montana Max in Tiny Toons Adventures, one of my least favorite characters in anything, I am still going to vote for Kick Buttowski.
What fresh hell is this?
Were you summoned because of Lunatics Unleashed?
Yeah, we both hate that show.
I haven't even seen it, and I'm kind of with you.
It's
So
awful.
shit.
May it
Why?
never come up on one of these fucking things.
The less said about that show, the better, until we do a worst shows ever. But we are going to wrap up this round with Mick.
Yeah, and I am voting for. There's a thing I didn't mention. Santa Claus is a recurring character in Pucca,
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
Like
and
in Sim Tower.
he just does weird things. Like there's once where there's an episode where they're doing like a Wild West shootout, and instead of a tumbleweed, Santa Claus just rolls across the screen. Going,
I love that.
And he's voiced
Voiced by Clancy Brown.
By Clancy Brown?
Spike Spencer.
Oh,
By Spike Spencer.
Yes.
Who was?
Shinji Ikari.
Oh my God! Santa Claus getting the fucking robot.
that would be a
That was
much
awful.
weirder show if Evangelion was Santa Claus in a mech.
Boo, 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 boo.
It would still fit in so well, though.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm voting for Pucca.
Pucca
Alright.
sweep.
Go
Okay,
back to the suburbs. Kick.
it is now time. Gravity Falls versus Lilo and Stitch the series.
I hate choose between these two.
All right, let's be gentle, gang. It's gonna be mixed vote.
Christian, if you really want to do the thing where you read some of my fan fiction for every time I vote for it, you can. But
hold
just
on.
know that I will cover my ears so I don't hear it out loud.
We'll just
And
hear,
if you
like,
change your
this
mind later, you
Mick
can
squirming
edit it
in the
out.
back.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna squirm while you do this.
Just hold on to this for a moment, but Mick, you can vote.
Yeah, I'm voting for Gravity Falls.
Vinny,
I'm gonna go with Gravity Falls.
Graham.
I'm not gonna try to defy gravity.
Fuck you.
Whoop, there goes gravity. Whoop, there goes.
Taylor.
You know, it occurs to me in the entirety of the time we talked about Gravity Falls that we didn't even mention one of the most lovable human beings in existence, Seuss.
Seuss!
Who I was explaining this to Jordan.
Dude.
Alex Hirsch.
Good.
He wrote Seuss off of the guy in his computer lab who just wanted to help. And he's like, "Oh, dude, I got you."
I'm a blanching dog.
So much of this show is literally based on like real people. Like you I don't know if you remember in the convenience store episode, the Lammy dance.
Oh my god!
Oh my
it's
god,
the
I love
Lammy
that. That's one of my
Lammy
favorite.
That is something that writer Mike Rianda's sister actually used to make him do.
dance. Oh my god!
Mike Rianda, who, fun fact, was the genius behind The Mitchells versus the Machines, a movie I love.
Oh, it's great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
Also,
Right.
I just wanted to look something up and confirm, but yeah. In addition to Bob Odenkirk being considered for the voice of Bill, the other voice
Clancy
considered,
Brown.
Nope, David Lynch.
Yeah,
David Lynch they wanted as
No,
Bill.
this is
Holy
so there's a running thing in the show where Alex Hirsch keeps wanting to get these actors to do things, and he'll just hold out hope that they'll respond to his calls, and then it won't happen, and he's like, "Oh, I'll do it myself." There's an episode where there's a pinball machine who's like a cowboy. They were waiting
I
on
love
Sam
that one.
Elliott to return their calls, and he never did.
Oh my
And so he's
God.
like, "Oh, I'll do it myself."
I love the one. Eventually, you get that they do start returning calls. And I get okay, Jon Stewart is playing the Judge Cat.
Mhm.
The Green
That's
Lantern?
fucking great. No,
Sorry, I may have lost track of how the vote's going. I started reading the fan fiction. And
I didn't know who Taylor voted for on that, but
No.
I can guess.
Sorry, Razzle Dazzle, friends.
Fair.
Oh.
Jordan, I suppose you can go last then.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, the thing is, it's literally I don't know if Lilo and Stitch deserves to get 5-0'd though, but at the same time, I'm not gonna vote against Gravity Falls. I love Gravity Falls. I hate that I had to do that, but what else was I gonna do?
Ironically, Leo Stitch got Hawaii 5-0'd.
And you see, Jordan, you ended up doing the thing that's necessary.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
I got distracted during the vote because I was reading the fan fiction, and this shit's straight up written like an episode of Gravity Falls, and it shocked me for a second. You kind of nailed the characters on this.
Thank you so much.
The most spectacular Spider-Man you have ever seen versus the Owl House.
Wow, way to fucking sell which one you would have voted for.
I haven't seen either of these. Mick.
I'm voting for the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Vinny.
Spectacular Spider-Man. That's who I'm voting for.
What? It's catchy.
Yeah, exactly. That theme song is annoyingly catchy.
Oh, I love the theme song.
I
Most of the
know.
theme songs
It's
in this
so
bracket are
catchy.
great.
Did you ever
No one
notice
hums
that?
it.
Did you ever notice that in Disney syndicated shows, the I don't remember what the whole bit was, but
In the last quarter of the show,
Two
that they
Broke
cut
Girls,
the
something.
theme
I don't
song
know.
short for runtime. I have, Beck.
Yeah.
Thank you for trying. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for trying.
Graham, I believe it's your turn.
Fucking Steve Bloom is the Green Goblin, and he's so good that he's like on par with Willem Dafoe.
That's a big ask.
Yeah.
You know how much he sacrificed?
Or at least the ballroom, anyway.
Back to formula. Taylor.
I mean, but Wendy Malick does a great Eat of the Owl lady, so whatever. It already lost Owl House.
And Jordan.
It's not just about the fact that it seems like the logical step after Gravity Falls. It's about the Mets, baby. I love the Mets. I love the home run.
I knew.
Voting for the Owl House, baby.
The Mets.
Let's go hit a hootie.
Guys, look at round 18. It's the house matchup that you all waited for.
Oh my god.
In this episode of The Most Extreme, the owl versus the mouse.
It's
But
from
that's
the
for
makers
later.
of Waffle House versus what was the what was
Miller's
the one
Ale
we had?
House.
Yes.
Or it was Outback Steakhouse, one of the two.
One
Anyway,
of the houses,
American
or
Dragon
Texas Roadhouse.
Dante.
This is our From Dusk Till Dawn moment.
The Dank Worms moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, American Dragon Dante Bosco are going up against Phineas and Ferb. Who wins in this fisticuffs? Mick?
Phineas and Ferb.
Vinny?
I know what we're going to do today. We're going to vote for American Dragon Jake Long.
Graham?
Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb.
Taylor and Ferb. Okay. And Jordan. Jesus.
Because apparently I went too slow last time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Phineas and Ferb, guys. Like going into this bracket, I kind of thought that was going to be the alpha of this, and then I watched Gravity Falls and was mistaken. But
Alpha
yeah, Phineas
twin.
and Ferb's awesome.
And finally, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command phoning in Wizards of Waverly Place. Come in. Vinny, do you copy? No. Shut up, Vinny. Mick.
Oh.
I'm gonna
What?
vote for Wizards of Waverly Place.
Christian,
All
I
right,
want you to
Vinny,
know
now
that in a
it's your
life-threatening-
turn.
I want you to know that in a life-threatening scenario, you just killed Vinny.
Yeah, seriously.
Vinny, do not. You are coming in hot, Vinny.
All right, well, let me see what I can do to like prevent coming in hot. It's like, no, shut up, Vinny, shut up.
Sorry.
Like, well, it's okay. I guess I'll just crash land into that hospital there.
Vinny, no, crash into the river, not the hospital.
Tensions are high this year, at least.
I'm gonna vote for Wizards of Waverly Place.
Graham.
I'm gonna vote for the Whiz Words of Waverly Place.
Oh,
The Whizworms?
The Whiz Words.
the Whistler.
Wizards. The whiz
Whiz
sticking out
word.
of your gut for the
The whiz
Whizlords? The Whizlords?
Christian, I asked you to do it again. You just did it again. Thank you.
I aim to please. Taylor.
Just don't really care. I don't
You're good.
remember the last time I cared about a show this little was when someone mentioned Two Broke Girls. That show pisses me off so much. Why is the chef a sexual deviant? Why is it like, oh, it's me, Oleg, the perverted chef. I'm going to hit on you frustratingly every episode, and that's my whole character. And also, I
Yeah,
have
Mark,
sex
that
with
does
Jennifer
happen.
Coolidge sometimes.
That
don't
does
we all?
happen. Mark.
Certainly,
sorry,
Jennifer Coolidge is in Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
plays
we
Miss
forgot to
Susan.
mention that. She's great.
Yeah.
She's nice there.
She took the
Because
spot
what-
from Clancy Brown.
Yeah, she voices.
Yes, Clancy Brown was supposed to be
She
Lazy
voices
Susan.
Lazy Susan, the woman who runs the Greasy's diner.
Right. Okay.
Oh, is that what the diner's named? Ew. Why
Greasy's,
wouldn't-
yeah.
If I had to watch more of one of these, it would probably be Wizards.
And Jordan.
Lilo and Stitch, I could let get 5-0'd. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, I cannot get 5-0'd, so I'm voting for that.
Especially the Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
All right. Lilo and Stitch the series versus Pucca. Don't disappoint me. Jordan.
I hope this doesn't disappoint you because I'm voting for Lilo and Stitch. That show rocks.
You'll find out at the end of the year whether you've disappointed me with this vote.
Okay.
Jesus.
Mick.
Christian will
wisely.
Remember this.
I'm Lilo and Stitch.
I see. Curious. Vexing. Vinny.
I'm gonna vote for Pucca.
I see. Jordan. No, Graham.
I can vote for Lilo and Stitch again.
Graham.
Jordan, I'll do that for you. I'm going for Lilo and what's Stitch?
Thank you, Graham.
And finally, Taylor.
Christian, which one would make you? I don't care. Lilo and Stitch.
Interesting.
Damn.
Perplexing.
Sorry, Pucca.
This is.
I am. Like, I do feel like Pucca got a little bit of a bad seed because I actually did enjoy it more than a lot of stuff on here.
Listen, Mick. If it makes you feel any better, it did not get 5-0'd.
Yeah,
So-
no. It's what's going on? Yeah, it's just Pucca's good, but Lilo and Stitch series is just better.
Yeah.
Pucca is really hit or miss. Like some episodes are really nothing special.
I think that's
There are
the
a lot of
appeal is that because episodes are so short, even if one doesn't work, it's like over.
Exactly. Yeah.
By the time you realize this episode is done, it's already over.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's like 15 more that are just as good.
Who is ready for the next round? The Battle of the Houses.
Ah.
A Houses in Motion.
Oh boy.
The
oh
Owl
boy.
House versus House of Mouse. Louse.
Predator house versus prey house.
Oh gosh, this is why
I
this
I kind of. Yeah, go ahead.
I love how
No,
this
no,
works
no.
out.
Taylor, I'm very frustrated by Jesus Christ, Mike.
Oh my
I'm very
God.
frustrated by this because I know on paper that the Owl House is the better show, but I haven't seen it. And I feel like if I had seen it, I would vote for it, but I haven't, so I have to vote for House of Mouse. This is, I wish I had time to do multiple of these wonderful shows.
And normally I wouldn't be so bothered. I'm kind of seeing where the skew is going. I'm not saying it doesn't have a chance, but it's going to be a tight. It's going to be a tight match. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm voting for House of Mouse on this one.
Mick.
I'm always voting for the underdog on the food chain, House of Mouse.
Oh yes,
Yeah, I
Mickey
already
Mouse,
knew-
the famous underdog.
I already knew he was going to vote for House of Mouse, so that's the thing. I don't know how everyone else is going to vote.
Okay.
Vinny.
You never know. I'm gonna vote for Owl House.
Okay.
See?
Graham.
Well, I've seen more of one of these shows. I'm voting for House of Mouse.
Oof.
And Taylor.
Jordan, technically your vote hasn't come up yet. Can I change your mind?
You know what? I'm all ears. To quote the other show on this.
You loved Gravity Falls. If
Yeah.
I tell you that Owl House is even a fraction of that quality and has such delightful continuity and just the same spiritual energy that you're not gonna care that it's not Gravity Falls by the end. Could you trust me? Could you trust me that you could probably enjoy this more of House of Mouse if you watched it, knowing that I was right about Gravity Falls?
Here's the thing. And you'll like this. House of Mouse was that like my number 3 pick? I think it was like it wasn't as high as some of the other ones. I don't think it was. Yes, thank you, Mick. It was that was my number 3, and I put it up mostly for the nostalgic, sentimental value of just liking the concept. I couldn't tell you most of the gags from those. In fact, there were some episodes that I didn't like from House of Mouse. It's a show that I just like the idea of more than I like a lot of the content. The Owl House, I think if I did watch it, I would absolutely love it and I would vote for it. I'm going to change my vote to the Owl House.
Thank you. Thank you for the collateral. All right, I vote for House. No, I'm kidding. I vote for Owl House.
After all that.
That would have been so funny, man, if you'd have done it. I would have loved it.
Well, that's okay. I vote for House of Mouse. So we swap it back around.
It's a tie.
All right. Imagine Dragons Jake Long versus Tales of the Duck.
Tales
Jordan.
from the Duck.
Tales from the Duck.
Suddenly, Tales powers.
I'd like to quack in your direction. I think that's what the Crypt Keeper is. I've never seen Tales from the Crypt. I'm voting for DuckTales.
I've only seen the movie.
I mean, Demon Knight is fucking great. I'm going to vote for DuckTales.
Mick.
DuckTales.
Yes.
Vinny.
I'm voting for the American Dragon.
Graham.
Duck and Roll Tales.
Taylor.
Have I ever told you guys about life? It's like what's it?
It's like an onion.
It's like
It has layers.
It's like
This is
it's
so
like
good, Taylor. This is so
It's like
good.
trying to make money for your cupcake shop.
Like, they're so bad at it. We find out that all of her cupcakes come from because she buys Pillsbury. She can't even like make a good cupcake recipe. And like the end of every episode, it's like, here's how much money we made for our cupcake fund. And they're so bad at making money. And you think that because they're broke, they're better at frugal. Life is like a hurricane. I know.
It peaked.
But life is like a hurricane, and so I'm gonna give it to DuckTales.
Yay!
Oh, and I want you guys to know something. When I finished my Two Broke Girls rant, I recognized that like, oh, that was real. That wasn't a bit. I was actually getting angry. Because like I feel myself.
It was the cheeseburger pizza all over again.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I played up the cheeseburger pizza a little bit, like mostly out of like no, like it. Like he was absolutely right. I hated the cheeseburger pizza, but I was forcing myself to find more things to complain about.
The truth comes out.
This is so much
Does
more
Bruno
real
Mars is gay?
because I feel myself needing to cool down. Like I feel my emotions more with this. But that cheeseburger pizza did suck.
Oh yeah.
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command versus the Sweet. Jordan.
I love their song "Fox on the Run."
I love how I could just say words and you can relate them to things, Jordan.
My mind works
glad.
in mysterious ways. I am going to vote, as it may be my last opportunity to do so, for Buzz Lightyear of Star Command to infinity and beyond.
Mick.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
Vinny.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
You know-
I've seen some of the show, but I haven't seen enough of it to really want to come to its
Nah,
defense.
you're good. Don't worry about it.
You know, Buzz's life wasn't very sweet, and because of that, I'm gonna vote for Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They had
Way to play with my emotions, Vinny.
well, it wasn't. What do you want from me?
Graham.
Whatever Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
There's
Yeah,
no
it's not
4
good.
anywhere in there.
And Taylor.
Let me talk about you and me.
It's 4 letters.
Because you and me, we got it all for gratuity. Wait.
No matter how they toss the dice.
What?
So
Where am I?
It takes a lot to make a stew.
Fuck the pain away. My bed is in ruins.
Damn.
You take the good, you take the bad, so you have the facts of life.
You take the moon, and you take,
take
the
the
moon.
moon, and you
and you
take
take
the
the
All right, if we're
moon.
going
and
on
you
Take
take
the
the
Moon, then I'm voting for
moon.
Sweet Life.
Take it! Take the moon, Taylor!
Whenever we get to one of these memes where you guys just repeat the same lines over and over again, that's when I know what that means. No, I said it out. No, Sweet Life, shut up.
Who are you?
You take the moon.
I'd like to talk to you about
take
schizophrenia.
the
No,
moon.
shut up.
Taylor, Kat Dennings cannot hurt you. It's
Listen,
okay.
it's not Kat. Listen, Kat Dennings is a fine actress. I love her in Charlie
Is she,
Bartlett.
though?
She's look. She's probably look. I like her in Charlie Bartlett, and I like her in Charlie Bartlett, and like Charlie Bartlett's a pretty good movie. And like
It is.
then look, it's just
Drake's in it.
The one episode she's
Which
trying to
Drake?
solicit her business partner's dad because he wants to see his penis. Because like there's a
Certified,
whole
yeah.
episode, it's like they're trying to slander my penis. They think I have a small penis, but I actually have a big penis. And the whole episode is about proving that he has a big penis. And it's like, this is television. This is what amounts to television. Is just the guy's penis.
Hi, I'm Christian last
Chuck
name,
Lorre owes us all the apology of the
and you're
lifetime.
watching that? Draws a question mark with the Disney magic marker. The Owl House versus Lilo and Stitch, the series. Taylor.
Oh boy, I vote for the Owl House.
Oh boy, it's Jordan's turn.
Unfortunately, this is something that I don't think I'm going to be able to weigh the other direction. I'm going to vote for Lilo and Stitch
I
here.
thought you might say that.
Mick.
Lilo and Stitch the series.
Minnie.
I still like living in a house with my owls, so Owl House.
Graham.
Owl House.
In the middle of Owl House.
Really?
Lilo and Stitch don't deserve this.
Yeah.
In the middle of Owl House.
It really, Lilo and Stitch, the series really got fucked by going up against Gravity Falls.
What was the
Yeah.
vote for, Graham? I wasn't sure because you said both the things.
He said
Owl House.
Okay, all right.
In the
So,
middle
okay.
of Owl House. Owl
Damn.
House.
All right.
Sweet
Wow.
Life of
Didn't
Zack
even
and
be my help,
Cody. Ducktales. 2017. Taylor, your turn.
You guys want to know something funny about tornadoes?
Oh, I
my
love those
God.
things.
They're kind of like hurricanes.
Those
Life is
two.
kind of like.
I want to hire Javier Bardem to like repeat all the things you said. You want to know something fun about hurricanes?
Waka waka.
What is the most you've ever lost in a tornado?
What is the most you ever lost in a coin toss?
Sure thing.
Lisan al Gaib. I haven't even seen this. It says that. I'm voting for DuckTales.
Okay.
Woo! Mick.
DuckTales.
Woo! Vinny.
Sweet Life.
Woo! And Graham.
I'm gonna vote for Ducktales so we can dunk on Sea Life, Zack, and Cody.
All right,
Damn.
DuckTales Woo wins this round.
Wait, so what did he vote for? Because I'm not familiar with what dunk on means.
Get dunked on.
Sans
Right.
Undertale.
What does that mean? You're besmirching it or embracing it?
No,
Mark.
getting dunked on is like it's a basketball term. If someone dunks on you,
No, I
means they just
I
absolutely,
picked up on that. I picked up on
absolutely like embarrass you.
That's okay. That's what I was trying to piece together.
Small update. I'm about 3/4 of the way through mixed fanfic.
Any good?
And, oh yeah, it's great.
Good.
Mick, when did you write this again?
So here's the thing. I wrote them like I've had them for a few years, but like I occasionally will like come back and re-edit them.
I see.
I do
I
that
have
to my
never
scripts.
published these anywhere. I've been too embarrassed.
There was just one line that I read here, if you're okay with me saying it out loud.
Yeah, sure.
Where Wendy's like charging at some enemies and is like, "Hey, uglies, give us our friends back, or I'll make sure being born is the second worst thing that ever happened to you." And I thought that line was funny.
Can I say something actually like if you want, these are basically spec scripts from what I'm hearing. You could honestly just submit these to Disney and then see if you could get a job as a writer there.
Jordan, you, me, and Graham are all writing majors, and you want to pawn off the work.
Yeah, because it would be the funniest thing ever.
It'd be the funniest thing. Speaking
You
of
and
funny,
Jordan are constantly complaining about how Hollywood won't return your calls.
speaking
I know
of,
it, but it would be this. I just want to succeed now.
Of course, I want Mick to succeed too, but
I want
it
to
would
see
also-
this
it
animated.
would
Damn
also
it!
drive me crazy.
Gravity Falls versus Spectacular Spider Fuck. Well, sorry, that wasn't very clever, was it? Taylor.
Oh, I thought you wanted another opportunity to say something more clever.
No, I give up when I'm ahead.
I got to tell you, I haven't voted for Spider-Man once, and it is kind of fascinating how poorly seated it was for all of my needs. But like, razzle dazzle, friends.
Jordan.
Look, man, you got a real titan of television making here. What am I going to do? Not vote for it? I'm voting for Gravity Falls. I love it. New favorite thing ever, probably.
Mick, I gotta say, I've never heard of the term lumberjill before. This is new to me.
It exists.
Yeah, it's the female equivalent of lumberjack, as in
I
Jack.
know.
and
There
Jill.
was a contestant on a season of Survivor from 2006 who was a proud lumberjill
I've
named
never
Tina.
heard of this
I
before.
had to bring it up. Isn't it Lumberjane? As you like the
No, it's lumberjill.
Yeah, lumberjack.
Like Jack and Jill.
So it's not like a Jane Doe kind of situation. Well, that's because it's John and
No.
Jane Doe, and then Jack and Jill. Oh, okay.
If it
I
were
see.
a lumberjohn, then maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick,
Nick, what do you vote for?
Yeah, so I'm voting. What do you think? Incidentally, I mentioned the thing where I come back and re-edit them. Since we watched Twin Peaks, there have been entire things that I've added to certain characters. Like
Holy
Graham,
fuck,
Christian,
man.
this one's for you. In the story that comes immediately after this, Preston Northwest has turned his entire living room into a recreation of the Battle of Little Bighorn.
Yes.
He's determined to get Custer to win.
Tipper goes to the diner to get a drink. Is like, that's one good cup of coffee.
Damn good and hot.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's so good, Vinny. What the hell was that sound? What the fuck was
Someone's on a
that?
submarine.
It was the bloop.
Someone's on a submarine.
That's part of a
What's the radar doing there?
The asteroid crashed, but now I'm in a submarine. I'm surviving. I'm gonna. I only have a limited air supply, so I'm gonna use it to vote for Gravity Falls. learn to develop.
Wherever you are.
Finally, Graham.
The thing I love about Venom in this show is that when he becomes Venom, it's his like normal voice, but he's also at the same time being voiced by like his like scratchy like alien voice.
My favorite part is
Spider-Man.
when Venom goes razzle dazzle, friends.
Also love like he like names
Greg
himself and he
Turkington
goes,
is Venom.
From now on, we're Poison and Peter Parker and Spider-Man. We're Venom!
I just want to be a compelling villain.
All right.
Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go to round 24.
Become
Phineas and Ferb versus
wizards?
Wizards of Waverly Place, dude. Taylor.
There's one other Buford joke that I love from Phineas and Ferb. So Phineas as a character very rarely gets angry, but for someone made the conclusion that when it comes to TV specials are the only moments like in the movies and in the specials he actively gets angry. And so there's a TV special, I think it's like an Avengers TV special where he gets mad at Candace and Buford goes, "Oh, I guess it's a special." I'm gonna vote for Phineas and Ferb.
Jordan.
I'd like to issue a correction to what I made in a previous round where I referred to a lumberjohn. A lumberjohn as I realize now, is in fact a lumberjack that just dates a lot of prostitutes. I'm
Oh,
voting for Phineas and Ferb.
God. No.
That's a big whoosh from me. I don't get it.
Big
A
whoosh.
John is a client of prostitutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Big
I
whoosh.
see.
That's a
Call him a
big
John.
whoosh.
Someone who frequents bordellos is a John.
Yeah.
That's a John.
I
We call him a regular John.
I learn something new every day. I think I've learned 10 things over
Yeah.
the course of this one. Mick.
I'm voting for Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas.
Let's be honest. This is the round that we're all going to decide which gets clapped by Gravity Falls. So I'm just going to go for
Clapped.
I'm just going to go for Phineas and Ferb.
And finally, Grurp.
I'm voting for Phineas and Ferb.
Thanks, Grurp.
Oh, we haven't even mentioned the fact that Richard O'Brien from Rocky Horror plays Ferb's dad. Richard O'Brien, who like always complains about every production he's ever been, was more than happy to do all the Phineas and Ferb episodes.
Going deep with Richard O'Brien.
Oh,
Like, you know.
oh.
Hi, I'm Christian last
Sorry,
name.
that's a reference to a different podcast.
Hang on. He's advertising for the Disney Channel. I live for this.
Hi, I'm Christian last name. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Just wanted to check up. No. Please don't go to commercial. Please.
No, tell
Please
me
don't
what
go to
I'm watching,
commercial.
please.
A Spectacular Spider-Man versus Ducktales 2017.
Wow, he did not tell me what channel I'm watching. 0 out of 10.
What a shill.
What channel?
Yeah, that Christian last name guy's only doing it for the money, just like that Clancy Brown. Sorry, I'm tired.
I'm sorry.
Jordan. No, you have
Oh,
nothing
it's
to
my
be
turn.
sorry for. I'm the one making the diluted jokes.
It's okay. I've got plenty of energy to go around. I'm going to vote for DuckTales because woohoo.
Woo. DuckTales, ooh woo. Mick.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spectacular Spider-Man, ooh woo. Phineas.
Not ooh woo.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness.
Grinius.
Oh.
One of my favorite bits about Clancy Brown's George Stacy is that he clearly, obviously knows Peter is Spider-Man because he keeps like saying like, maybe there is a reason Spider-Man likes. Isn't that right, Peter? And Peter has no idea.
One of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe, everybody.
Mhm.
And finally, wait, did you vote?
Yeah, it's for Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay. And then finally, Telenius.
You guys just don't get it. Let me tell you something about cyclones.
Oh my god.
They're kind of like tornadoes.
Let me tell you something about cyclones.
And tornadoes are these whirlwind-like twisters that remind me of
Raib.
hurricanes.
Whirling like twisters.
And life is kind of like a hurricane.
Life is like
Jack Sparrow.
It's gonna rock you like one.
Life is
Alright,
like
yeah,
a
it's not
hurricane.
I was born in a
Hurricane.
crossfire hurricane.
Duckburg.
I howled at my mom at the driving rain.
You'll get caught up in the crossfire.
Wizards of Waverly Place versus the Owl House.
How you doing, buddy?
Sorry, there was just like there are three impressions
three
going on at
separate
once
kids.
there. It was like it's like I had my
Three
ears in
separate
three
tangents,
different
man.
recording booths.
He sounded like a character from like a telenovela for a second there. Like, "Menos del mundo."
Oh, easy on these eyes.
Whose vote is it? I think it's Jordan's vote. Yes.
Yeah, it is. I guess I'm doing this until I can't anymore. The Owl House.
Mick.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Can I ask, Mick, does Owl House not sound appealing to you?
It does not.
Even though it's got similar Gravity Hall vibes?
Yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me.
Okay. Seems like it might be up your alley.
Phineas.
You know what? I was actually really impressed with how far Wizards has gotten, so I'm gonna give it another vote. Just because, you know what? Good job, champ. You made it really far.
You win the gold star. You
Yep.
are a good noodle.
Exactly.
Grinnius. Give us a big old grin.
We will search every in-house, hen-house, dog-house, owl-house.
Oh, thank you for referencing The Fugitive. I appreciate it.
It wasn't me. It was the
It's the
one-armed
one-armed
man. And finally, to Linnaeus.
Why are you calling me that? I don't understand the joke.
Because I realize that as long as I start with the first letter of y'all's names, I can say whatever I want after it.
That is true. That's how
So it's
things
not
work.
it's not based off something. There's not some secret Greek mythological character that I'm not knowing.
Telenius from Greek mythology.
It could've-
It's like Telemachus.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Tinnitus?
Yeah.
It's not like both.
I always thought it was Telemachus.
It's not like Bophides.
What's both of these?
What's Hava?
Nuts.
Oh, that's right.
These nuts, Lamel got him.
Oh, that's
Imagine
right.
dragging these nuts across your face.
Ooh.
Can't believe that went out and loses round
so-
19.
I gotta say, looking at the top 6, I really could not be happier. And also, Wizards of Waverly plays me here. I vote for the Owl House.
Represent.
Yeah.
And that's your top 4.
I did not think after the last couple of votes that Owl House was in, I did not think it would get here, and I'm kind of happy it is.
Yeah, I am too. And this is as far as it goes.
You know what this kind of feels like?
Well,
This feels like the tier list for Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Because
kind of.
you have 3 S tier shows for like the 3 best characters in the game, but then in their own tier is another one of these shows at like triple fucking S because the rest of the game revolves around them.
Damn.
Number 27, Spectacular Spider-Man versus the Owl House. Jordan.
If this is the end, then I guess it was worth it. The Owl House.
Mick.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Vinny.
I think it's kind of up to Vinny.
Why do I always get
Don't feel pressured, Jenny. Vote for whatever you want.
No, I know. It's just why do I always get put in these
Vinny, I'm going to
positions?
crush you with a boulder. How's that for pressure?
You already killed me with an asteroid. I'm
That's
gonna
right,
go
Vinny.
But indirectly.
I'm gonna go with the Owl House.
Bro!
Oh my god, it happened.
Bro!
Graham.
Can I get a hold it?
I think
No.
you're the only one.
I
You're
mean,
the only
I-
one.
You used it
I-
already.
I mean,
that was
how do we
for
even define
the
all? You can
gameplays.
talk if you want. You can like talk.
Vinny, just correct me if I'm wrong. So you have seen Owl?
Yeah, I've seen Owl House. Yeah,
Okay, and you have seen Spectacular Spider-Man.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
Sorry, Graham.
I don't know. I don't know. Does this change anyone's vote? Darren Norris is J. Jonah Jameson?
Wait, not J.K. Simmons?
No, and
No.
does probably
he
as good a
pretends to
job
be.
as J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, he tries to be. He really tries, but there's only one J.K. Simmons, and that's J.K. Simmons.
Not my tempo. Not my tempo.
Well, there's 2 of them in Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
Well, but there's only one JK.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
like
only
he-
one.
uh,
There's only one.
Spectacular
That's
Spider-Man
Omni-Man.
has Molten Man in it.
Molten Man
I
for
don't-
balance round?
Molten Man.
I don't even know. what that
Molting
is.
Man.
The-
His
the
superpower is
Stan-
he
it probably
molts.
has the funniest Stan Lee cameo in any show.
Oh,
You know,
Lord.
The thing I hate about working on the docks in winter is I hate when my tongue gets stuck to the side of the ship when I
All right, he cut out. So can we move on?
It cut out right as he
No.
was delivering it. Oh, it did.
Graham, no, say it again and we'll pretend we're hearing it for the first time.
The worst thing about working in the docks in winter is my tongue always sticks to the like,
Hey,
It cut out again.
No!
Same
Can I
point.
just vote for Owl House? So we...
no.
So, third time's the charm, Graham. Try it again.
The worst part about working in the docks in winter is when my tongue licks to the side of the ship when I lick it.
He actually
it
got
actually
it.
went
Weird.
through. It went through.
That's the real victory.
I think you got to
Oh,
vote for Spectacular Spider-Man now, Benny.
I know. Oh God!
No.
How often does that happen? Ah, damn it!
Please, Vinny, it's the perfect Spider-Man.
I'll give you just a sentence more, Graham.
No, he's got plenty. He made the tongue thing. We gave him 3 times to do the tongue thing.
It's
Can
so
I change?
wholesome how Sandman and Rhino have.
Vinny, please.
Go.
Vinny, it's I'm
asking the guys a question. Is it possible to change a vote?
Yes.
It is possible
Vinny-
to change a vote.
Vinny,
I
please,
did it earlier.
But Vinny, please don't do it for the lulls.
I have to go back in my sub.
I know being funny is very tempting.
Because
sorry,
Vinny, I'm like, I'll also fight really hard for the Owl House. It is my favorite thing that I watched last year. I was so enamored with it.
All right.
I stayed up way past my bedtime to enjoy it, and I watched both shows. I feel really bad that I haven't voted for Spectacular once because I think Spectacular is great. I do stand by the fact that I think Owl House is a better show.
Look,
Is it
the Red
possible to
October
be-
had better not sink.
Is it possible to be the tiebreaker? Stupid question.
You are the
but,
tiebreaker.
You
I am-
are in fact the tiebreaker.
Okay, I didn't know if Taylor voted. That's why.
I did. I voted for the Owl
He
House.
voted for the Owl House.
Actually,
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stick with the Owl House.
Okay.
Who is the name
Oh.
of someone? All right, everyone. It's time for the fight against Mennonite. Gravity
Who's the-
Falls versus Phineas and Ferb.
Hang on, we already had this, and last time Spectacular Spider-Man won.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
we've done
because
this.
Vinny switched his vote.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Didn't even fucking realize that.
Yeah.
Hey, fair.
Yeah.
Happens
I mean,
all the
if there's
time.
any show that could be knockout Spider-Man, I'm at least out.
Yeah.
We heard most of that, so
Still me.
Do I switch that? Yeah, I think it's no. I think it's Mick now. Wait, no. What? Jordan, you can
No.
go because I'm confused.
All right. Well, this is a not very confusing vote. I'm voting for Gravity Falls.
Mick, dare I even wager?
I'm voting for Gravity Falls.
Vinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is the round Phineas and Ferb gets clapped, so I'm gonna go with Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
I'm voting for Phineas, Gage, and Ferb.
All right, never mind. It's
What
not a
do you
clean
mean by
sweep.
this?
It's still somewhat clapping.
Taylor.
It's a half clap.
Okay. A clap with one cheek.
What does he mean by this?
I don't want to know.
The
Stop.
math
Move
major.
on.
Taylor,
keep
end
it.
this suffering.
Ferb, I know who we're gonna razzle today.
The Dazzle.
Razzle dazzle,
Dazzler.
friends.
I thought the
The
Dazzler
stream
wasn't even
goes
in these
nowhere,
Marvel shows.
Toby. Oh.
Dazzler. Phineas and Ferb versus the Owl House. Kind of unfair that they're going against the whole house, but I don't make the rules.
I
They
don't
could
know,
build a
can build
house.
bigger things.
They could build.
No,
it.
that's the thing. Phineas has been canonically proven to have difficulty making things that do not have technology featured in them. So if you just ask, I think there's an episode where they try to make him just make a plain ass house, and he fucking struggles.
I realized what the voting order should have been. I should have started with Graham. So now you're going to go, Graham.
Go, Graham.
Go, Graham and Ranger. We should do a Sentai bracket.
With the wild card, Toei Spider-Man.
Yes!
Spider-Man.
So it's weird because I've watched a lot of Phineas and Ferb. I've only watched maybe the first episode of it. But the reason I didn't, I just know in my heart that if I were to watch both of these shows in completion, I would probably enjoy Owl House more.
So you're voting for the Owl House?
Yes.
Okay.
And by that same logic, because I did watch Owl House to completion, I know that I like Owl House more. Even though I think Phineas and Ferb, again, doing episodic, like low continuity based television is getting increasingly harder to do. I'm very excited for the revival that they're doing soon, or whenever. I mean, people say every show in the world says they're getting a revival. Whether or not they actually do it is another thing.
It might be out by
But-
the time this hits YouTube at this rate.
Oh, that would be nice.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I look forward to that immensely. But yeah, Owl House.
Jordan.
My vote here is because it's the kind of thing where I'm voting for what I'm voting for because I feel like this is the more logical final two. And again, maybe if I watch it, it'll be different. But I am going to vote for Phineas and Ferb here. But Mick, Graham, prove me wrong. Or Vinny, sorry, because Graham already voted, right? Yeah. Mick, Vinny, prove me wrong.
Mick.
I'm also voting for Phineas and Ferb.
All right, Vinny.
All right. Which animal is the most likely to suffer from amnesia? It's an owl. Because
The owl or the Phineas?
Whose house? It's the owl house. That's what I'm voting for.
Wow.
And now we've made it. You could call this final round
Well, this
a
is pretty fitting.
scrapbookertunity, if that is how you pronounce that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes! That ending was so peak. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I hate that ending.
Yeah, Gravity Falls versus the Owl House. I wonder what will happen.
The winner is Five Guys.
The winner is SpongeBob. Graham.
Oh, I can kind of sense a thing that's gonna happen here, so I'm gonna vote for the Owl House.
I mean,
Careful,
this is probably going to be this might be the only thing that puts a notch in Gravity Falls' belt.
Finally.
Taylor.
Yeah, so what am I going to vote for? The show that I've been saying is like the show that you watch when there's not Gravity Falls or
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's pretty tough. Pretty tough.
It really is.
I could just complain about Two Broke Girls some more, but I think I've gotten all of my.
In first place, better than Ezra. In second place, Ezra.
Dude, it's Gravity Falls. Fuck, I've been trying not to spoil things, like because I guess Vinny has not seen the ending, but like,
No, I
oh
have
my
not.
god, that ending is so perfect. It's the most perfect ending I've seen in television, and oh god,
When
I love this show so much.
Redacted sits down and Redacted happens, that's some good shit.
Yeah, dude, when Redacted does this to Redacted, like that was just the best part.
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh my god, and I know Jordan knows what I'm talking about too.
I absolutely do. We're talking about the same thing. Just the moment after what you were talking about, Taylor, happens, and just that moment of calm
Yeah,
I thought it
in
was
between the Redacted.
I thought it was weird that they named their character Redacted, but like I trust the
fun
show
fact.
writers.
Fun fact: Toby determined they initially they didn't know what they wrote. They wrote on the script, and then a reporter whose name is to be determined.
And they named him Toby
And then they
Determined.
named him Toby Determined.
That's
wonderful.
so great.
Also, the initial concept art for him, he was way uglier. They have significantly toned down how ugly he was.
Yeah, once they found out Greg Turkington was playing him, it was like, okay, let's make him slightly better looking.
Oh no! Alex Hirsch was like, no, we made him like this. This guy is like a fashion model compared to the original Toby Determined. Like he is like several. This is like several layers of no. You need to make him. You need to make him less ugly.
By the way, you guys know how Graham is always saying that Jeff Keighley has youth pastor energy? I get that vibe from Gideon. I get Dolly
A little
Parton
bit, yes.
youth
It's
pastor.
funny you say that because he actually is based on a child preacher that Alex Hirsch's mother sent him a postcard of.
Is there any Dolly Parton in there? Because at the end of the, because when he does the
So,
whole Gideon Lamb thing,
the-
I'm like, that's Dolly, right? That's Dolly Lamb.
The voice is it's what's his name doing the voice.
It's Thurup from
yeah.
Flapjack.
And there is a producer whose name is escaping me, but she she speaks like that, and they basically asked Thrupp to do an impression of this producer. I think it was a producer. It was someone higher up at Disney. But anyway, like the point is that like she actually talks like that, and he just asked him, do an impression of her. And he's like, oh, you mean like
No,
this?
not Bob
You can talk
Iger.
like this. And like she always had like the actual like things where she would. Can you tell I'm a big fan of the show? Like I know fucking everything about it.
Oh my god!
I mean, I don't
absolutely.
blame you. It's a great
I
show.
wouldn't be surprised that like I'd be willing to say that you like the show more than me, and it's already my third favorite show of all time.
This might be one of the most unanimously liked things in the year in this entire
I
like
mean, it's fucking
in our
great.
group. Like it might be one of our favorite pieces of media
Like, I
collectively.
I was willing to fight for the fact that that I loved it so much. Whenever I watch this show, I forcibly make sure that I watch it 20 episodes a day over the course of a weekend. I have religiously done this 5 times. And also, fun fact: the last 2 times I've done it, I've been experiencing AC issues, so that's a fun trend.
No.
But it's
Well, it takes place in summer, so it works out.
well, that's kind of why I did it now. I'm like, it kind of feels like summer, so maybe I'll get the vibes.
Yeah.
I did it to cool down, and it was a good way to cool down. Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Besh.
I'll also say if I wasn't the host, I'd be going off just as much as you guys were, because this is also something that I'd be able to talk about for 8 million fucking years. But Jordan.
Yeah, so when I started watching this, I initially said at the beginning, okay, I'm going to try and make sure that I don't let on to anybody that I'm like what I think as I'm doing it. And that failed miserably
Yeah.
because I immediately wanted to talk to everyone about this show.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I went to Taylor and I'm like, I'm trying to be cagey about this, but like I wanted to just like be really sarcastic. It's like I loathe this. I loathe how Alex Hirsch writes. I loathe that I've laughed so hard at this, and I'm like,
And like, so I kept going
So that
back
was our
to him,
code.
like, oh, you're gonna hate this episode. Like, this episode is so
and I'm
terrible.
like, yeah, I did. I hated it with a burning passion. But I mean, at the end of the day, Alex Hirsch writes the way I like to write, and that is honestly like just there's so much about what he did with this show from a lore building standpoint, from a comedy writing standpoint, from how he did almost every aspect of this show that I absolutely adored.
Yeah.
And I knew
Jordan,
that me liking the show,
the director's commentaries are all on YouTube. If you want to, I think you should check those out because
Oh, why the fuck did you tell me that? Oh no. Oh, those exist?
yeah. And
looks like another
it's-
watch is coming
yeah,
soon.
and it's like a lot of the stuff I know is like from there, and it's fascinating hearing him talk about just exactly like how crazy the production was. Like there were plot lines they came up with at 4:00 in the morning. Him and Mike Rianda were like in the room. It's like, what if this happens? Okay,
Nick-
okay, let's do more.
I want you to know that I immediately went to go look this up. So I wrote Gravity Falls DI, and the first thing that shows up is Gravity Falls Dipper X Pacifica.
It's a really popular.
Oh
Look,
my God.
the closest competing ship is Wendip, and those people shouldn't be allowed out of the house. Um,
This is the exact kind of shipping culture I would have expected.
I'm just
I mean,
throwing some.
I can think of a worse
some
ship you
screenshots
could
that I
have.
loved.
The SS Titanic.
Yeah, that's where I was
Yeah.
going with it.
See,
the Stan of War One.
we're all drifting tonight.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, it's
Um,
like a 2-hour
And finally,
documentary.
yeah, I'm voting for Gravity Falls if it wasn't clear.
And then Mick.
Am I the last person going?
No, I think Vinny
No.
is.
Okay. Well, I'm voting for Gravity Falls. Surprise, surprise.
Hell yeah.
And then finally, Vinny, take it away.
I'm gonna vote for Owl House.
There we go. 5-0, baby.
Got
You know,
rated too.
I thought to myself when we first started this, I think I got Jordan and Mick. I think this is like a Sonic type situation where as long as me, Vinny, not me, Vinny, me, Mick, and Jordan are all on the same
No,
page.
me, Vinny, not you, Vinny. Me,
No,
Vinny.
you, Vinny. This is
Hey, Tarzan.
Me,
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 Vinny.
No.
me,
Vinny.
orange. Give B you orange.
Don't
Me.
give me you.
I wasn't exactly sure where Graham and Vinny stood on Gravity Falls, and at first I'm like, oh, but we got Christian. Then I'm like, oh right, Christian doesn't vote.
Ever in anything.
Excuse me.
His voting privileges have been revoked.
I'll have you know that I'm going to help decide the next New Jersey governor, you sycophant.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Good luck with that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm the only one voting. Only one person decides
I'm voting
the
for
governor.
that.
It's crazy.
I don't know what voting is.
Meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. Everybody. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Do-do.
This
Jordan,
bracket-
kick into the Stannis wrong song.
This bracket really was a fight for second.
I shouldn't have taken that chance.
I do.
Now
I do
here's
think
my
it's fitting.
remorseful dance.
Sorry, go
Do
ahead.
you want to
Graham.
know the exact time
I do
and day
think
of your
it's
death?
fitting that this bracket was a fight for second, and Owl House got.
Well, yeah, that's the point. That's yeah. No, I mean,
I'm glad I changed my vote.
I
Sometimes
basically
it'd be like
got my
that.
3 favorite things in the top 3. So
I mean, the top 3 is really strong, and then you have I'm in the Band also in this bracket, which we don't even know if it's
Yes.
real or not.
it is the only show I
real.
didn't see.
It's real.
It's a psyop.
It's real to him.
Well, who
It's
wants to
real to me,
outro
damn it.
us? Who wants to outro us out of what is probably our last Disney-themed bracket?
I think the guy
You
who's
never
been
know.
writing all the fan fictions should probably do it.
All
Okay,
right.
I'll do it.
No, perish eye lasers.
Because I'm going to be honest, if I do it, I'm going to go into another Two Broke Girls rant.
All
I
right.
want number 1 Dipsifica shippers to sign us off.
Okay. Well, you guys have mentioned it so often that I guess we can't edit it out now. So no matter how much I regret admitting this,
Yeah, you walk yourself into a hole.
It's wholesome. We
Even
love
though
it.
we're
We
all
support
in
you.
support.
I know.
Mick, this is your perfect scrapbook opportunity.
Scrapbook opportunity. That's a line from the show, by the
Scrapbook
way. Like that's an actual thing Mabel says. I
Pronounce
didn't invent
one
that.
thing correctly
Oh.
today, please.
Shut up, Taylor.
Wow, they fucking got me. I thought it was
Talarian and the Thousand Planets.
No,
Oh, I hate that movie.
thought it was TJ
Oh.
and the Wombat.
Anyway, Mick.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching the Disney Showlies. I hope you all enjoyed this fight for second place. It was a tough battle. And we have other videos that you can watch. Or you could watch Gravity Falls.
I'd do that instead.
Yearly's
I'd watch
commentary on Gravity
Falls.
Falls.
But, yeah, I'll say if we hit 100 subscribers, I'll create an AO3 account. And
Oh my god.
Jordan, you better start pumping out shorts.
Mick,
Yep.
the pact has been made,
yeah.
and I will, and you will have to see if, well.
And if we get 1 million subscribers, I'll consider playing Sonic Adventure 2.
We gotta get to 1 million.
You heard
We
that,
gotta get to 1 million.
Not one though. Not one
Uh,
though.
You
We
know,
need to
Graham,
get to 1 million.
there's a big difference in the humbleness between the two of you. Mick gave a realistic 100, just 100. We can hit 100, and you're
Yeah.
like 1 million.
We need to
Yeah.
get to 1 million. I need
Yeah,
to
see,
see
that-
Graham play
No,
this.
but see,
No,
a
and
million
also,
for
it doesn't say I
SK2.
will. I'd say I consider.
Razzle dazzle, friends.
Oh.